Ditch that 4 to 7 because now we're gonna get them heaven. Welcome. I just made that up on the spot. Welcome to the WWE Evolve Post Review Podcast, episode 31. I'm trying to be happy because a tragedy happened on this podcast, ladies and gentlemen. We'll talk about that later. Coach, how are you, sir?
I'm good, thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Of course. Shout out to Coach's girlfriend. You are a person, and you are a great person as well. All right. Cardi M, the Invisible Woman.
Hello. Happy to be here.
Terrell, take it away.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Terrell, and over there is my lady, the beautiful werewolf.
Hello, CJ. How y'all doing?
And together we are
For real love.
Aha, there we go. Magic. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the Evolve family. We have Mr. Invisible, Miss Invisible. Is there a baby on the way? We don't know. And then we also have Coach. And we have the mastermind himself, E to the O to the D.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Glad to be here tonight. So can't wait to get it started.
All right. Yep. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we had great matches, but we had sad news. But we'll talk about that when we get to that point. There's some clues that I think that Evolve will kind of like putting in the long run. But we start the show with a recap of Wendy Chu and Kendall Gray. We have the recap as well of the triple threat with Drake and everything else, and how Jackson Drake keeps on berating Bryce Donovan. We'll talk about that later. But we start the show off surprisingly, because even EOD Live watching is like, oh crap, we're just starting it off like this. Oh, okay. Adrenaline Drip versus Gnarly Harley and the Space Cowboy Jax Presley. I remember your name. Good job, sir. Adrenaline Drip come out. Evolve. I guess like Triple H came down to them like, why is there no merch for Cappuccino Jones? I'm like, okay, well, what do you want to do? Cups. Okay, fine. So in the crowd, they had Cappuccino Jones cups. They actually had the name on it, so it's pretty cool. Cappuccino Jones gave coffee to 2 people, and instead of them dying, they must have had their molecules spin like shake so fast because they didn't move throughout the whole show. They were just standing there. So I'm like, okay, fine. They turned into they phased out of reality in and out. So I'm like, all right, I'm sorry for you guys. The lore is real. Gnarly Harley and Jax Presley come out, and this part I wanted to clip it, but I was like, no, I'm not going to give you the satisfaction of that. They say, oh, I guess they're jealous why they want to get a tag team with us. I'm like, oh, these guys, they go 1,000 miles for $5. They sleep in motel rooms. Stars like us don't do that. And what do you call those guys? And then Harley's like, oh, what's that name? Oh, yeah, indie workers. You are entitled little brats. We'll talk about you later, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we'll put that out there later. Match starts. I want to put out 2 things. Cartwheel did a cartwheel like in the same place like 3 times, and I got scared. I've only seen like kung fu movies do that. I'm like, when you see a guy do a cartwheel, not move, but do it 3 times, like you better run. Gnarly Harlan's and Jax Presley dominated with Cappuccino Jones in the beginning. He slipped out of it. He got to Cartwheel. Cartwheel, as small as he is, was kicking ass of Harley, kicking ass of Jax Presley. Halfway through the match, ladies and gentlemen, someone must have watched what's that movie with Robert De Niro and Al Pacino that just came out in Joe Pesci, like a 4-hour movie?
Oh, never mind. It just came out.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I do know what you're talking about now. I remember the trailer for it, but I can't remember the name.
The Irishman. The Irishman.
Yeah.
There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, someone must have saw that movie and went to acting class. Let's go. I think it's this one.
Throwing out how unprofessional it was, how this match was made. Stevie Turner, the PM of Evolve, wrote a text message to Riggins and Presley. Who does that? That's not professional. He's making an email, a phone call. Good look there at the right. It looks like the calf region. Oh, that is disgusting. As you see Riggins wink at Presley. Disgusting. He should get an Academy Award for that. I don't even know how that's legal. The referee, I don't know what you could do there, but that should not be a legal tactic. What do you mean? The bell rang. You can do whatever you want in the match. Cartwheel chose to stop.
Now, addendum. Cartwheel did not choose to stop. The referee stopped him. 1. 2, I love that Jax Presley. I think either he knew or he legitimately got scared because I saw his face like, dude, what's going on? Like, what's going on? Harley takes off his shirt, which by the way, Harley looks like Triple H. The body of Triple H. No, sorry, the head of Triple H, but the body of Diesel. I figured it out. I'm like, you look like Triple H, but you have Diesel's body and Diesel's clothes and Diesel's mannerisms a little bit. He doesn't do backbreakers. Then they attacked Cartwheel and then they went back and forth for a little bit. At the end of the match, they were going to do their special, which, by the way, everyone did a special. Cappuccino, they did the drip drop, which was a super kick into an exploder suplex. That's a drip drop. That's one special. When Harley was trying to dominate Cartwheel, they all got their stuff in. He did a special. Cartwheel, I don't even know what that special was, if you guys remember, where he jumped off the rope. He was inside the ring. He jumped off the second rope and did kind of like the third rope, and then did kind of like a 360 spin splash. Never seen that before in my life. I love that. Jax Presley did the burning hammer position. Gnarly Harley, he calls it something. I forgot what it was, but he did the blockbuster. In the end, Harley's outside. Cappuccino Jones pushes him to the turnbuckle. Cartwheel's like, hey, get in here. They get inside. They do the flip and sip, which was I don't know what it is. I guess it's like a neck breaker, reverse neck breaker, sort of like that. I don't know what it is. For the 1, 2, 3. Coach, your thoughts and rating and the fact that they got the 1-1. They're tied.
This match, I really enjoyed it. Specifically, Jax Presley and Harley Riggins. I thought they did a really good job tonight of evolving based off of what they did last time, not last week. I like Jax Presley having the face paint on. Was it under his eyes? I think it differentiated the two of the guys a little bit, making them seem different because they look kind of similar. And then the match overall was good. I love the heel tactics they pulled out with the injured leg thing. That was really good. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but that one move that Cartwheel did, that got some insane airtime. That was really cool.
Yeah.
Then, what do I want to say now? Right. I also was surprised by Jack Cartwheel getting the comeback victory because it felt like he was the sole one getting the comeback for his team. And Cappuccino Jones is supposed to be the ID champion, so I would think like he would start getting more opportunities to win the matches for him. But it feels like they're always going to Cartwheel more than Cappuccino. But overall, I think the match was really great. I really enjoyed it. And them being 1-on-1, I hope that their rubber match is for the tag team championships, honestly.
We'll talk about that later because someone might be jumping in for that. But Cardi M. Oh, wait, you didn't give me a rating. Sorry, Coach.
Oh, sorry. I'd say a solid B+ match.
Okay, I can hear that. Cardi M, thoughts and rating.
Hello. My thoughts and rating on this match. I agree with what Coach said. I like their heel tactics. I like the outfits they have going on. just the aesthetic and everything. What else? Yeah, I thought it was an A match, honestly. I like the fact that fair and square, Adrenaline Drip got a rematch and they won. And it kind of gave it away once they did the whole fake injury gimmick. But I will say that was some A+ acting right there. Yeah, I like the whole thing.
Okay. Terrell, before we continue and give me your thoughts and rating of the match, thank you for bringing that up. I actually agree on Robert Stone when he said this. I want to put this out there first.
Throwing out how unprofessional it was, how this match was made. Stevie Turner, the PM of Evolve, wrote a text message to Riggins and Presley. Who does that? That's not perfect. At least make it an email, a phone call, in person. I hear you. A text? I hear you, but you gotta give Adrenaline Drip credit.
Yeah. Not like Stevie Turner, don't be lazy. Terrell, go.
Yeah, I thought that was weird that she sent out a text message, but I mean, it's a different way to conduct business other than just doing it that way. But I thought the match was overall pretty good. I enjoyed it from the beginning to the end. Seeing that there's a 1-for-1 result for this match is pretty good too, because now it goes to question of where is part 3. When is it going to be a part 3? Because I want to see who breaks the tie. I think both teams are great. Harley Riggins, he put me in the mind of like a tall Jeff Hardy. But he does look like Triple H. But body size wise, he does have like that Jeff Hardy stature, but he has the the Diesel clothes. So I give him that. Jax Presley, I like Jax Presley. I like the way he looks. Space Cowboy is definitely a good name, a nickname for him. But Cappuccino Jones always gonna put on a good show. And Jack Cartwheel, man, they showed out. And like I said, that dip and sip, that is a cool name for that. Wait, is it drip and sip? Drip and sip with
Flip and
dip
sip.
and sip.
It's drip drop.
Flip and sip.
Which is the
flip. Yeah, okay.
It's
okay.
flip
drip,
and sip.
Yeah. I think that's a really cool name for him. So I will have to give this match a B+.
Okay. CJ?
Yeah, I really enjoyed this match also, and the Jax and Harley, they're kind of growing before I'm seeing this match, and the tactics they doing, it kind of proving up their heel gimmicks, and what they did was crazy. But yeah, they are growing as a team on here, so that's a good thing. And Drill and Drip, always fantastic. And they showed out on that match, and I figured they gonna probably end up getting the win so they can get it tied up to get a third match on next time they wrestle each other. So yeah, it was a good match. So I get this match B+, B+.
Okay. B+. All right. EOD. Before I get to you, EOD, I have a play-by-play by just a random by ProWrestling.net, and it says here, and I quote, Riggins dressed exactly like 1996 Diesel. Go.
All right. For me, that's true and everything. Because even when I was saying, I'm like, yeah, he looks just like Diesel, but the greasy hair, I call it the greasy hair when they have it all wet like that, looking like Triple H. But I thought the match was really good. I do like the fact that they had Riggins and what's his name, Presley. They're more of their backstory because, like they said, they were crafted on the independents because people forget. Evolve isn't just ID people; they're also NIL people too, which means they were recruited from the WWE, and maybe we might see an NIL versus ID program at some point. Who knows? But all that for those of you who don't know. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry to interrupt. I think thank you for bringing that up because I forgot to mention that they were crafted on ID.
Yeah, so the NIL people, or for those of you who don't know, the people that they've been recruited, they're more like athletes from college and stuff like that. When independents, they're wrestlers that was on the independent scene. So there is a different, just a different mindset between them. So I did like that. I thought Cartwheel showed out in this match and everything. It was kind of weird because he was in it like the majority of the time and everything, and he was getting the one that was getting beat down a lot too. So they did the think where he couldn't even do the cartwheel at one point because they kept targeting his back. But in the end, I think the right team won, and we just got to see what's going to happen with the third and hopefully final match with it. But I do like them together, and the heels, they're really doing a good job. And that whole fake out, at first I was concerned, but I'm like, this is a tape show, and WWE doesn't like to show injuries, so I was like, but they did such a good job. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if something really happened or not. But yeah, overall, I'll give the whole thing a B.
Okay. All right. And now that we have buttons for this, ladies and gentlemen, overall, this match was a 6 minutes, by the way, the match lasted. Exactly 6 minutes. They really spaced out the time in all these matches. I want to put that out for later. Next up, and I'm not trying to be malice, but my name's not Alice. Chuy Martinez interviewed Tate Wilder in the back before his match. Tate Wilder's like, oh, I'm just going to do my thing. And I'm not going to make the, oh, yeah, Cardi M is. By the way, Cardi M didn't say this right now, but Cardi M did say during the match of Drip and Diesels, oh, I really like that shirt that Space Cowboy's wearing, that red shirt. I'm like, yo, you mean the A.T. Slater shit from Saved by the Bell? So that's exactly what the hell that was. Like, all right, good for you, sir. After Chuy is talking to Tate Wilder, Sean Legacy comes in and he says that you gotta be focused, you gotta be ready for Enofe. And the way he said this, was it foreshadowing? Was it him just saying this coincidentally? You decide.
Undivided attention tonight. I will. All right, now look, Edris, he may be one arrogant SOB, but he's a tough competitor with a real chip on his shoulder. You know what?
And I'm like, huh? You say that, and then don't put that out there. Chuy Martinez, for the first time ever, says this: Tate Wilder versus Enofe next, and didn't say anything else. Thank you, Chuy. Coach, your thoughts on this promo before we get to the match?
I don't really have a lot to say about it. I think it was a fine promo. Tate Wilder, he's okay on the mic, but I really, especially tonight with Sean Legacy, I loved his character work and all his emotions he gave. I feel like he did a really good job with that. But that's really all I have to say. I don't have a lot of thoughts on it.
Before we get to Cardi, when Sean Legacy was talking, I know that the EOD might say the same thing as this, but when Sean Legacy was talking, did you think that he was just being Evolve commercial Sean Legacy? Because he was talking like he was in the office with Carl.
I don't know, because to me, Sean Legacy comes off like that as his super Sean Legacy character and everything, as the super baby face. So it's like, I didn't get that type of vibe. I did get the vibe that maybe they just recorded this like the night before and put it on Evolve. That I got that vibe to it. That way, it can always keep the product as current as possible. That's kind of what I got from it. I liked it and everything. To me, I don't think it really foreshadowed anything to me because everything he kind of said was already true anyway, just the way Enofe carries himself. So, but I like the promo. I thought it was fine. So
okay, I respect that. Cardi M. Riveting stuff. Terrell.
Yes. I enjoyed the interview. The interview was really cool. Tate Wilder, what he said about Enofe, it was kind of foreshadowing. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. But Sean Legacy, he kind of came off.
You can say it's called a dork.
No.
I don't know why he's giving the right now.
Sean
Legacy.
Sean Legacy, in a weird way, is starting to resemble John Cena so much, and it's because I never thought that I would ever like see someone look like John Cena to a T, but he is starting to resemble John Cena more and more and more the more I see him, and it's strange in a way. Like he literally looks like John Cena with a beard.
Mm.
I hope I'm not the only one that thinks that. Like he looked like he could be John Cena's brother or something.
He actually looks like
if you
actually looks like what's this guy? The song that says "Come on." He was hanging out with AJ Lee and Big E. What's his name?
Dolph.
Yeah, it's like a bearded Dolph with some weird hair.
Who, Sean Legacy?
Yeah, it was like a bearded Dolph, but not with the long hair. He's like he just went.
I just think his mannerisms kind of remind me of Cena, like super babyface Cena.
Yeah,
that's about it. Like his face, like I don't see it. But
if you put Sean Legacy and John Cena side by side in a photo, they literally look just alike.
Yeah, give it that.
Like literally, you would think it was John Cena in cosplay.
You never know.
Maybe I'm biased because I saw him in person, so maybe I'm biased.
Yeah, that could be it. That could be it. Because everyone looks different. Everyone looks different in person. But yeah, I think it was dope. But like I said, Tay Wilder, that was pretty foreshadowing, man.
Oh, we'll get to something dope. TJ Whoopi. Yeah, go on.
Oh, the promo was pretty good. Yeah, I tell you why I did foreshadow that promo though. But Sean Legacy, like he look, here and there with it, but at least he gave him a good confident boost to Tate Wilder before his match, which probably he needs because he needs a W in his record. So they're pretty good.
Okay, do that. Cardi.
Yeah, I like this promo. I don't know. I like the side of Sean Legacy. I think he's like polishing up a little bit more on Evolve. And yeah, I don't know. All good thoughts about it. That's all I have to say.
Okay. We go to the next part, which is pretty cool. Vanity Project backstage. It's just Zeta. I have the picture in general, but it's just Zeta and Bryce and Drake. And Drake's telling Bryce, like, look, this doesn't look too good. You know, I don't know what to tell you. I need you to stop being a child and step up. And for the first time ever, I didn't think this was gonna happen. Bryce.
You need to lock in. I need to lock in. Oh, I need to lock in. So it feels like I've been the one who was locked in. I've been the one doing everything for the Vanity Project around here. Who's there for your telemast the other week? Zeta, you there? Brad, Ricky, were they there? No. Look at me. I've been doing everything for this group, and you're talking to me like a child. So yeah, I know what I need to do, and I know what I'm going to do.
Put your foot down.
Yes. Now, Drake said, that's good. I'm motivating you. Now go. Zeta got scared. He's like, no, this will help him. Gonna put a fire up his butt. Coach, your thoughts on this backstage?
First off, when Bryce Donovan was encouraging Zeta Steel to go after the Evolve Women's Championship, that really reminded me, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, where we talked about Zeta Steel potentially being the next Evolve Women's Champion. That's just what that reminded me of. For the promo, I feel like Jackson Drake really got scared shitless when Bryce Donovan stood up to him, but kind of just, he didn't manipulate Bryce Donovan, but he kind of just made it seem like he was in charge, because I feel like Bryce Donovan was already going to do what he was going to do. And that Jackson Drake wasn't really telling him what to do, if you understand what I mean. I hope I'm making sense here.
You are.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I think. I'm okay, but yeah, you guys can go on.
Okay. Cardi, go.
I didn't have anything else to say, I don't think. Oh no, this is the Vanity Project. No, this was.
Yes.
I like the sneaky backstage style. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, Coach. Like Bryce Donovan. See, that's the thing. I feel like when Drake talks to Bryce Donovan that way, Bryce Donovan is gonna like kick his ass in that moment, and then Jackson Drake is like, "Oh no, take that energy and turn it on Keanu Carver." So eventually, that's gonna blow up in his face. But in the meantime, I guess Bryce Donovan is still looking out for the interests of Vanity Project, even though he low hates Jackson Drake's guts.
Okay. I like that. Before EOD, 1 second. Why do I feel that we got the truth of how Bryce Donovan really feels, and then Jackson Drake, not being that smart, didn't really understand the assignments. He is going to mess you up, Drake, and he did the job, yes, but this is not about to please you. This is about a weird long con that Bryce has been doing for a while, and I'll say what I mean by that at the end of the show. EOD, your thoughts on this promo? Bryce got balls. Yeah.
All I know is when Bryce Donovan told him like how you talk to me like I'm a child with that bass in his voice, I was like,
Look at me.
oh, I was like, oh, is this about to go down right now? But I did like the fact I do understand where you're coming from, Visible Man. I think it's partially the same way I'm thinking. It is probably gonna blow up in his face, but I really do believe that Drake really has been doing all this to try to get him as mad as possible so he could direct that energy, because he didn't look like he was scared. It looked like normally how Drake, he kind of backs up or whatever, kind of quivers a little bit. He was like, no, this is what I need from you. This is what you need to go, directing that energy to someone else. And when he left, he also was saying, no, he didn't like try to talk him down or to Zeta Zil talk Bryce down. Like, no, this is what I needed. And he also alluded to the fact that this is what they brought him into the group for. He's supposed to be there enforcer, not go out and enforce some stuff to get him so hot. And remember, Keanu did take him out a couple weeks ago. So on the show, so he probably already had a thing for Keanu in the first place. So I did like the segment. I still think there's still some trouble with the Vanity Project, but I like the fact that it's like for the first time it looks like Drake is actually like, it's not Bryce just doing all the manipulating and everything. It looks like, oh, Drake is like, okay, maybe he's learned over the last couple of weeks, oh, this is how Bryce is going to be. So I'm just going to ride this out as long as I possibly can, maybe. So I liked it. I thought it was really good, but Bryce, you scared me for a second because I thought you were about to lay Drake out in the back. So
That's true. I like that. CJ Wolfie.
Yeah, I thought the same as well. Like I thought Bryce would have done something right then, but it seemed like Jackson, like he just wants to amp him up with anger. I guess from his past mistakes, what he did with the Vanity Project, just to put that out on his opponents or the enemies of the Vanity Project. But maybe something like he gonna put that anger out on him. So that's it. Just Drake might need to watch his back one of these times too, especially when he finna get this defend his belt against Keanu. Well, pass on through there, but when he defend his belt. But yeah, it was a pretty good promo. But yeah, Jackson Drake, you need to watch his back.
Terrell.
So when it comes to Bryce Donovan, the same guy that we saw in episode 1 never left. He's the same Bryce Donovan that was sitting there quiet, watching every single superstar in that building.
Mm-hmm.
When he say, I already know what it is that I'm going to do, he already know how this is going to end. And everybody in the Vanity Project doesn't know how it's going to end except him. I don't think he was alluding to what he was going to do to Keanu. I think is the end game.
mm-hmm.
And he's just literally on his own accord, but he has to do it strategically. But then he also had to let Jackson Drake know to stop disrespecting him. You know, so
that's where the game begins. Who's going to pull the trigger first, Drake or because we both men I think can see where it's going, but who's going to pull the trigger first? And we're going to use one until we can't use them up anymore. So
yeah, that's true.
This is
but I feel like Bryce Donovan. But I feel like Bryce Donovan already knew how Jackson Drake was going to be as champion.
Mhm.
That's how he knows that's how he knows how it's going to end, because he knew how everybody's mindset was going to be before he even said a word. He knew Keanu was going to be hungry. He knew, he just knew all these things. I think he knows more about the Evolve locker room than anyone else.
Yeah, he's been here since day one, and he actually, when he talked about adapting because they were big guys, I remember this now. Keanu Carver was one of the people that he was like, I ain't messing with that since the beginning episode. So he knew that no one can stop Keanu. We'll talk about the lore of Keanu later, ladies and gentlemen. But let's talk about the next match, and this is going to be a weird. I feel freaking so sad for this crap. The modern day cowboy, which I'm gonna get a button of a woman fainting, and and Edris EOE, the epitome of excellence, Enofe. Edris comes out first, and he's happy that people are clapping. He's like, "Oh, thank you, I deserve that." There's this one teenager, and he has his pass, which means like he got like the VIP pass. He's there to like really talk to the fans and to clap everybody. And as Enofe is passing everybody, praising everyone's clapping him, this kid puts his hand out. Enofe stops and tilts his whole body away from that handshake and looks at him like, "Who the F are you?" Then walks away. And the kid puts his head down in shame. I'm like, Enofe, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Like, it would have been cool if you would have given him the thumbs down, but that's even perfect. Like, hey, Enofe, I'm one of your biggest fans. Hallelujah. He keeps on walking away. I'm like, all right, I get that. He gets into the ring. Peter Rosenberg by the way, I'll say this in a second. Peter Rosenberg tells Robert Stone, "You are really fascinated by his body." I'm like, oh, there's people in the audience with their flash photography. I'm like, no, I think you're way more obsessed with Enofe than the fans. That's debatable, Peter. Robert Stone says that. So I want to put that out there. Also, it's Robert Stone's birthday. It's a running gag through this episode. Peter Rosenberg said that he has a gift for him. He'll say what it was. Spoiler alert, it's nothing. And that's one. This match, standard match, back and forth. Enofe is doing a lot of tactics, going back and forth, jumping on top of him. Not as great or as goofy or as funny as a Jamar Hampton match. That was actually pretty cool. But it's just technical. Tate Wilder was doing a lot of throwing his body into himself. At one point, Enofe goes to the turnbuckle, and then mysteriously the turnbuckle falls off by itself. I don't know how that happened. And the referee, she tries to put it back on. So he goes to the outside, and then by the grace of the universe, Enofe has magnetic powers, because once he goes outside, the chair magnetically comes to him. I didn't see him grabbing the chair. And out of nowhere, Shawn Legacy comes out, and he's like, "Oh, Enofe, I heard you're leaving. Give me the chair. You can't take this with you." And Enofe gets mad. Tate Wilder almost hits the lights and does a crossbody from the turnbuckle to the outside. Literally almost hit the lights. Brings him inside. Enofe tries to do a roll-up, gets countered, and Tate Wilder does a crossroads, gets a 2 count, but at the end, for the 1, 2, 3. Notable moments. Peter Rosenberg and Robert Stone said this. No, Peter Rosenberg said this. Enofe's curse is that if someone rematches him, he'll lose. Dante Chen rematched him, he'll lose. Tate Wilder rematched him, he'll lose. I'll put that out there. And EOD, your thoughts and rating of this match? I give this an A. I give this an S, because this is his superb last match. If this is his last match in Evolve.
For me, I thought it was an okay match. I know Tate needed a win, but I still think the wrong person won. I do like the fact that Shawn Legacy came out, and technically he did interfere in the match. He didn't interfere a lot, but the fact that he was there and took the chair, that is interference. Not enough to throw out a match, but he did kind of change. He did alter the course of the match. for his own personal reasons because he's got a little beef with Enofe first place.
Yep.
I thought it was good, and for Tate to win against Enofe, it's actually almost like winning 2 matches, I guess, because Enofe was on this hot winning streak, so it does a lot for Tate. For this win, wasn't like, oh, just a regular win. It's like, oh no, you beat Enofe, who has a pretty good record on Evolve, who at one point was going for the championship. So it does kind of boost him up a little bit. But to me, this match was just a B. Like, I've seen better matches, and it's kind of sad that this might be his last match and everything, because I was really liking the character. I like how he came out to the crowd telling everybody to stand up until he stood up and everything, and his mannerisms and stuff. And yeah, so, but it was still just a B match to me. So
Okay, I get that. This is episode 2 of 4 of the tapings. They do 4 tapings. So we have 2 more tapings before the crowd gets shifted again and everything else. We'll put that out there. Coach, thoughts and rating.
First off, I'm gonna give this match a B. Specifically, I was really impressed by Tate Wilder tonight because for the first time, I really felt like I felt invested in him. I really like that move he did when he was outside and he kind of like held on to the post and did a kick.
oh yeah, that.
That was
then
cool. I forgot. Thank you for bringing that up, Coach.
Yeah, and then that jump he did from the outside when Sean Legacy went to take the chair, that was really high. And I want to see more. They keep saying he's this risk taker. I really want to see more of that in him because I feel like so far he hasn't really done a lot of that, and I want to see more of that. And then when it comes to Idris Enofe, man, it sucks that he's going to be gone because I was really starting to feel him. I feel like his feud with Sean Legacy really had a lot of potential. And if he was going to go out, you really should have had it be with Sean Legacy just to finish that up. But I get why they did it with Tate Wilder. He needs a big victory to really get momentum going. But yeah, it was a really good match, and I enjoyed it. B.
Okay. Damn. Oh, wait, Cardi M would be last. CJ Wolfie, your thoughts and rating.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this, man. It was pretty good. And I give it a B plus because I'm so glad he got a W in his record now. So, and then he did fantastic in the match. And Idris, pretty impressive as always. Presentation, all and everything like that. I really hope this ain't his last match of him getting lost. Hope he making another appearance, depending on how the timeline is with these episodes and now. But yeah, I really enjoyed the match. So yeah, B plus.
Okay. Hold up, Terrell. Cardi M, your thoughts and rating.
I thought this was a pretty good match. I'm gonna give it an S2. Just it was sad that this was Enope's last match.
Okay.
I didn't mean to do that. It was S for superb, but also S for sad. No, I mean in terms of the actual match, it was an okay match. Like if not for the fact that this was Enofe's last match on WWE, then I would have. I like the outcome, but yeah, I would have liked to see him win for his last match. Is what I'm trying to say. But it is what it is. I'm curious why he left, but it happens. But yeah, best endeavors, of course, and trying to think. Yeah, no thoughts on Tate Wilder for this one. So.
I know you had your sweat rag next to you, baby. I know.
Okay.
Terrell, she muted herself for a reason. That's why.
Sure, it wasn't the background noise, not at all.
Oh, sure. Terrell.
Man, I have to rate the match a B plus. It was really good, and I'm not even gonna lie. I actually was excited to see Tate Wilder get his W. He really showed out in this match. And as far as him with risk taking, he did some pretty insane spots in this match. But I would love to see him turn it up a notch. Extreme rules. But I would definitely love to see him turn it up a notch. Jump off the Titantron. But
Yeah.
for real. Let Damian Priest throw you off Hell in a Cell. No, I'm kidding. But no, I think it'd be pretty dope to see him have more match types. I'm not sure how they're gonna do it in Evolve. I don't think we have had like a I don't think they really had men have a real deal like no disqualification style match. Like we had triple threats and stuff like that, but we didn't see them get down and dirty like the women have. And I would definitely love to see maybe like a I don't know a tables match or something just start off, or just some type of like hardcore style match. Maybe bring the hardcore belt to Evolve. Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe. That'll be so cool to see. But man, Edris, man, I already said my piece, man. I already said my piece.
Yeah.
But
No,
no, best of luck to everything. He's going to get better usage somewhere else. We don't know as far as in like why he left. Um, but hey, we can't really like get mad at someone's decision, for not wanting to re-sign their contract or anything like that. Karrion Cross. We've had Jasmine Nix, and hey, sometimes people got to bet on themselves,
yeah.
and a lot of people is afraid to bet on themselves, and that takes guts. So
Yeah.
I would definitely say best of luck, and wherever he goes, they're gonna be lucky to have him on their roster.
True. And I want to say before we continue, Edris in AW can work. You can still use the Hallelujah music because it's so old, it's copyright free. So just have fun with that. Just start coming out of AEW with the robe. Boo people. Go to Tony Schiavone and just boo him. He'll be so stuck like, what the hell? Like, that's all you got to do. Like, just
I'm not even
show
gonna
him
lie.
how much. Yeah.
I was just thinking about that too. Idris and Ricochet would act a total.
Oh Lord.
They would be so they would literally act a whole food together.
They don't know how
Like
to act.
seriously, they would literally act the food together. I could literally see them doing like some who could I think of? I could really see them doing like some not really Craig and Day Day,
Oh Jesus.
kind of sort of.
Kind
But,
of.
but but y'all know where I'm getting at though, right? Like I could really see
Yeah.
them being like
Yeah.
just total jerks to people.
Like troublemakers. No.
Yes.
Him, I was gonna say him in the Hurt Business. Him in the Hurt Business and him
Oh
being like the sugar, but him being like the Sugar Shane in the Hurt Business. Like he's the wild one, like, oh, we're all crazy.
Hey.
But this guy, he's just
Yeah.
he's out.
Yeah.
It's over the smaller people you got to look out for. You got a bunch of big people. You got the small person. It's like they're there for a reason. So that's the one you got to look out for.
Of course.
Yeah.
Like he's like, oh, my body's better than yours, Shelton Benjamin. Like, what do you mean? Like, oh, my body is just like what are you talking? Okay, this guy's crazy, but he's a good worker. He's like, that's what you need. It could work, and I want to see that for him. And by the way, this is his response on Instagram, and so everyone can hear what he says with his own words. We're not making stuff up. Here we go.
As of today, I will officially be leaving the WWE. This is a decision that I thought about for a very long time, and I'm going to trust my gut on this. With that being said, for the past 4 years, I had the chance and the opportunity to meet and work with incredible people, from the wrestlers to the referees, to the creative team, to the medical staff, and of course to all the coaches who put in so much time and effort into making me better. And for that, I will always, always appreciate y'all. And of course to all the fans who have supported me and stuck by my side through all these years, thank you.
We will miss you. If I had the D-Walk button, like I would put that for you, sir.
Yeah, it's like
I will-
salute music.
I know. Miss you. Okay. You know what?
Honestly, wait.
Yeah,
I feel
go on,
like
Coach.
out of everybody that's left WWE recently, he's in my opinion, the guy that I think is most likely going to break out. Like, I feel like he's just the next step away from being something really big. I feel like he has all the tools. He just needs to get to that next step, and I feel like he's definitely going to reach it wherever he's next.
I wholeheartedly agree. For me, I would add Jordan Oasis because his gimmick's not there yet. Not there yet. In about a year or two. Now he's power slapping. So I'm like, okay, try that for a little bit. See if you can put that into your repertoire. Booker T's promotion, they got a champion as a power slapper. So it's out there. It's new. So do that. Hey, there's tire wrestling, car wrestling, phone booth wrestling. Do stuff, bro. Have fun. That's the great thing.
Did you say phone? Did you say phone booth wrestling?
I've seen phone.
Yeah.
I've seen phone
You ever
booth.
seen
Yeah, I've
phone
seen
booth
it.
wrestling? Oh, it's awesome.
In an actual phone booth.
Phone booth wrestling?
Yes, phone booth.
You know what? For Terrell
I've seen
and-
Subway
and
wrestling.
Coach, I'll send you the links, dude. There is actually tire wrestling where there's a giant tire in the middle and they have to wrestle in the tire or around the tire. They can't wrestle or like do submissions. It's like UFC. They can't first off, they can't punch each other. They cannot punch or elbow. It's just straight up wrestling moves and submissions. The best one is the car one. The car one is awesome because you can use a seatbelt as a wrestler. You can choke somebody with that. Like, bitch, I got you. Ah, I love that. I love it. All right.
Yeah,
Next
I was
up. Yeah.
Oh my bad. Yeah,
No, go
I
on.
was gonna say it, but yeah, definitely. Idris, he's definitely gonna break out. I agree with what Coach said. He's definitely gonna break out. This is just gonna be not really like a bump in the road because evidently he know what he's gonna do next. When anybody decides to leave a place of work, 9 times out of 10 they always know what they're gonna do next. So I got high hopes that he knows what he's gonna do next, and this run for him, this E of Excellence run, reminded me of, remember when Shawn Michaels first turned on Marty Jannetty?
Yeah.
And the Rhapsody in the Blue phase of Heartbreak Kid. That's what the E of Excellence reminded me of. Like that very first early, like rare footage of the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, when he was in Rhapsody of the Blue. And like that was actually his theme music.
Okay.
And yeah, that's what this run reminded me of. So he definitely has a potential for sure. As far as a singles competitor, we see him in tag team action. Not really too much of a good run in a tag team, but you can still see he has weight. Like he can go tag team wise or singles wise.
Yeah. He deserves
I feel like he's kind of gonna go the same trajectory that Mike Santana went, because like he left AEW and kind of bet on himself to be a singles competitor, and now like a year or two later he's on the top of TNA. I feel like Idris Enofe is gonna have a similar route to that.
Oh yeah.
True. And he can go to TNA and reinvent himself over there and then pop up in NXT, Mustafa Ali. Next up, Layla, Mason, and no pigtails Wendy Chu is in backstage. Layla, like Mason's telling Layla, and I wish Cardi M could say this. This is actually like her department. Mason tells Layla like, "Oh, your hair looks beautiful." Like, "Oh, I know, thank you." And then she looks at Wendy and like, "Wendy, no offense to your pigtails, but like your hair is working and I like it." She's like, "Thank you," and everyone's like, "Oh, whoa, what the fuck? What?" She says, "Thank you." And then immediately Layla's like, "Oh, we got Layla and Mason. We got to do a whole bunch of TikToks together. We got." And she's like, she was gonna say, "Yeah, sure, I'll try that." But then Nikita Lyons comes in. "Oh, I liked it when you never talked. You sound like a screeching board. I'm out of here. I'm involved now. And I don't want to accept that." I don't think she said that, but I'm just paraphrasing. And then Wendy Chu, thank you, Wendy Chu. You gave us a soundbite.
What a bitch.
That. Which will then lead up to Wendy Chu versus Nikita Lyons next week. So we'll just do predictions right now. Coach, Wendy Chu, Nikita Lyons, who wins?
I think Wendy Chu has to win. I mean, Nikita Lyons has kind of teased going after the women's championship again, but I don't think you can afford to have Wendy Chu lose right now, except if maybe we're doing like a slow burn where Wendy Chu isn't fully babyface yet. She still has some of those heelish tendencies that maybe that costs her the match. But yeah, I can see it going both ways, but I'm gonna say Wendy Chu I think wins.
Okay. I like that. Cardi M, Wendy Chu versus Nikita next week. Who wins?
This is kind of a toss-up. I feel like Wendy Chu might have a hard time figuring out her style, or just might be in, an existential identity crisis, maybe. I don't know. So if that's the case, then maybe Nikita Lyons could win, but otherwise I would expect Wendy to win.
Okay, I like that. I have a theory that came to mind. I'll say at the end. I'll say when it's my turn. Terrell, Wendy Chu, Nikita next week.
Well, I'm definitely going to be rooting for Wendy Chu, but I just don't know where she's at the moment. And that's only because we've seen Happy Time Wendy Chu, and then we've seen Nightmare Wendy Chu. But during the promo, she came off as shy. She came off more shy, you know what I'm saying, in this promo. I mean, so I feel like, I don't know, it could be like melancholy or like not necessarily sad, but it just seems like real, just laid back, like just real chill. Like it's kind of like maybe she's at that stage where she's in between. Like what's the stage when you're in between sleep?
REM sleep.
I forget the name of
that's,
it.
That's
but
REM, like.
I think that's deep sleep. I think.
Deep sleep, yeah.
No, it's a term for it. Because
Like,
well,
Like you're in between, you're.
Yeah, I know what
Say
you're
that
talking.
again?
I just don't remember the name. Oh,
yeah.
Wait, sorry,
But-
what was the question?
Well, maybe she's gonna be more. She's gonna be like a more sleep deprived Wendy Chu.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
insomniac.
The question, Cardi. What's the term between alive? I mean, that's sorry. Between awake and asleep. Like you're in between that.
Oh,
That would be
that's what is it,
limbo.
lucid? I don't know.
Lucid. There it is. She's in a lucid dream where she thinks
Yeah.
she's sleeping, but maybe she's not. That's what. Thank you, Cardi M. Oh my
Okay.
god. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. TJ.
Hypnogia, whatever.
What?
Hypnagogia. Hypnagogia.
Define
Hypnagogia.
it.
Please define.
Yeah.
Thank you, Coach. I'm about to say it. Use that in a sentence.
Hypnagogia. Yeah, hypnagogia is the traditional period between wakefulness and sleep, characterized by altered consciousness and vivid sensory experience. It is a normal part of the sleep-wake cycle. Dreamlike imaginary. It's like you're asleep, but you're also awake because you can't go to sleep.
Okay. Oh, I know what that is.
So you look wide awake, but you could also be sleeping. No one can really tell if you are or not.
Yeah.
Let's see
That's
the
like what
eyes
I'm trying
open.
to. Yeah, exactly.
Like
That's
you,
what
like
I'm
you,
trying to
you
sleep
literally
for,
just
the
on
first hour.
basically like on autopilot. You're just on autopilot at this point.
Yeah. I like that. I like that. That's usually what
That could be
happens
a
when I'm
good
like
gimmick
playing
to
with vision for 5 hours.
Babe,
Go on, Coach.
it's just like that short film that we saw, babe, that Corey Kenshin had reacted to.
Oh yeah.
Remember
Oh,
when the
yeah,
girl
yeah.
when the police officer was trying to say that girl,
Yeah.
and he actually said it in that video, and he said she'll just sit at the foot of her bed, not sleep and not awake either. It's
Yeah.
like she's afraid to fall asleep.
Yeah, it'd be so she
Yeah.
had that dream.
Yeah.
It's
Shout out to Freddy
tripped
Krueger.
out. Yeah.
All right. I like that. All right. CJ, your thoughts on this? We haven't said it yet.
I think Winnie Chu might get a win, but just like Cardi and Terrell said, like it seemed like she probably confused on where her style's gonna be. So she kind of in between here and there. So she's like starting to maybe do this or that, but that might deflected her from getting the win and let Nikita win, but I think she still might pull through and win. So she really my prediction to win the match.
Okay. All right. Okay. I like that. EOD. The predictions.
All right. My prediction. I actually don't think we're going to get a winner in this match. I know they don't do it that often and everything, but as a way to maybe further the storyline, because to me, when she was in the back, I didn't think that she came off as like shy. I just came up. To me, it came up like she's still that old Wendy Chu, but is slowly kind of becoming a face. So she's kind of looked at them more like, I'm annoyed that I'm around you guys, but she kind of likes them a little bit, but doesn't know how to, I don't know, convey that feeling. That yeah, she doesn't know how to convey the feeling or express it or whatever. So it's like, okay, they're talking to her. She just looking at him like, kind of like, why are you talking to me? But since they gave her a compliment, she's like, okay, thanks and stuff. And she's definitely the face of this feud with Nikita Lyons because she's obviously the heel. And Nikita does have championship aspirations, and Winnie Chu is still Winnie Chu. It'll be kind of weird for her to go on a losing streak. But then because Nikita's got championship aspirations, it's like it's weird. So I think this is going to probably end up where we're not going to have a winner. Maybe something happens when maybe Winnie Chu snaps, maybe a win by disqualification or something. But I don't think we're going to get a clean win either way. I think it's going to be like something happens and just something happens.
Okay. My thoughts are on this.
Sorry.
Go on, Cardi.
Sorry, background noise. I agree with you there, AOD. She's definitely giving like socially awkward, but I love the fact that at the very end she's like, "What a bitch."
Yeah.
Like, she's still gonna speak her mind now that she's speaking. So I like that.
Maybe she's like grumpy because she just woke up from a nightmare.
Grumpy.
Now she's
that's the right word. She's grumpy.
Wow. I was gonna say
Everybody
that.
is
Like this is just woke up. So everything's like, you know, when you wake up, you just say yes to everything and just like be complimental. Like, yeah, oh, thank you. Yeah, okay. What day is this? Thursday? Oh, okay. All right, that's cool. But my thoughts are on this. This match tomorrow, like next week, will depend that if Layla and Mason pop out because it seems that Layla and Mason want to like hang out with her and like kind of be friends. So if they're in the background, there might be a chance that they interfere that Wendy could win. If they're not there, then Wendy's going to lose because I'm saying this now. There's going to be a point to her match where she does the dirt nap. She feels bad doing it because that's her evil side doing that. That's not Wendy Chu. That's this evil Wendy doing the dirt nap. She snaps out of it, and that makes her lose because she doesn't want to go down that path again. Not because it's evil, because it's not winning. That's why. Like she woke up from a dream thinking this persona is going to get me to the end. She didn't get me to the end. What now? And that could be a redemption and a evil turn with Layla and Mason, where they hang out with her, and she's the naive girl. At the end, they push her down when Chantal Monroe comes into the scene, ladies and gentlemen, because we still haven't forgot about Chantal. They're setting her up for something. We just don't know yet. That's all I'm gonna say about that. All right. Next up, let's see. Oh, this was a weird match, but I love this match too. Carly Bright versus Wendy. Sorry, oopsies. Carly Bright versus Callie Armstrong. This is in my head. I want to say Carly came out all happy. Yay, Carly! Yay! And all that stuff. I'm like, all right, cool for you. Callie came out too strong.
There she goes.
Exactly. It was really
That
cool.
Hallmark Channel theme song.
Yeah. I was like, oh, she's from Wisconsin. That's nice. Callie came out too strong. They pushed the crap out of Callie Armstrong and the names. Like, oh, Callie Armstrong is too strong. We didn't make that name. The crowd made that name.
Too strong.
Yep. And but Peter Rosenberg retorted, saying, well, they call her the arm breaker, Kendall Gray. So we got the arm breaker versus the difference maker. The difference maker. So back and forth. This match was really cool because for everything that Callie tried to do, Carly Bright had a counter and a pin for it. It wasn't her trying to be like very technical. It was her trying to get very quick pin moves. So I did like that. Back and forth. Give me a second. This is kind of weird thing for me. Here we go. Callie missed a spear into the corner. I love that when she missed a spear in the corner, Kendall Gray's like, "Oh, look, your shoulder. Oh, hey, your shoulder's okay, bro." So I did like that. Callie hits a head scissor takedown at she used the ropes to hit a bulldog for a near fall. I did like that. She leapt off the top rope, but Callie caught her, and Brig got a roll up for a near fall. So that's almost two counts. Carly Bright went back and forth into the ropes. Callie Armstrong caught her for a power slam. Robert Stone's like, you know what that means. Callie Armstrong does a Callie connection. She was gonna go for the pin. She looks at Kendall and then says, "Nah, get your ass up, Carly." Does the Callie connection again, and Carly Bright sold it if she got a black max by freaking just anybody. Just watch. She flipped by herself. A little extreme, but whatever. That was kind of over excessive, but all right. For the 1, 2, 3, Callie looks at Kendall. Kendall's holding Carly Bright's body. It's like, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. We have to talk like this, right? For a couple more seconds. All right, are we off camera? No, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. So, Coach, your thoughts and rating of this match?
Okay, first I'm gonna give this match an A because I feel like all throughout this match I was constantly waiting for Callie to like get the offense in and start winning, and every time I thought that was gonna happen, it's just no. Carly's getting her momentum again. Carly's winning. So yeah, I really like the match, but what I really think is gonna happen is, or what I'm excited for is what I think is gonna happen from this. I think next week Carly Bright's gonna try and give Kendall Gray advice. She's gonna be like, I almost beat Callie Armstrong. Like, I got so close. You should listen to me. And Kendall's just not going to listen to her. She's like, no, you lost. I know better. Like, look at what I've accomplished. And then she's going to get absolutely destroyed by Callie Armstrong. And that's what I think is going to happen. And it's going to build tension between the team.
Okay. All right. EOD. Play off that. Go. Thoughts.
All right. I do agree with that. They're definitely setting Bright up for something in the future with Kendall Gray, and I don't think it's going to be great. I did like the fact that because right now you have two faces, but they're showing that Callie is kind of going back to her little heelish ways. Not exactly, but the way she was. Carly is pretty close to like what Kendall is. She's just got Kendall, and she's like right below Kendall. So everything that she could kind of do. Carly could do. Except that she's better at getting out of stuff. But every time it looked like she was about to get the upper hand, Armstrong shut that mess down and everything. That's what I kind of like. And the fact what she was about, and she kept looking at Kendall the whole way like, this is going to be you. And when she did the Callie connection and it was over, she could have just went for the pin. She stopped and just looked at Kendall like, nah. I'm going to show you what you're going to get. It did it again. And I did like the Shawn Michaels overselling. I did like the flip and everything. And when she was pinning her, just looking at Kendall, I like that. And I think Coach is right because if y'all remember, Callie's also beat Kendall and everything. And Callie took her out because she took out her leg at one point. Also before, and even though it was a tag match. Bright did beat Callie in the very first episode in that tag match, which led to Callie going crazy for a couple episodes because she couldn't stand being on the loss because she's not undefeated. She's pretty much undefeated, I think, in singles competition. But that was the first loss. So, and they're showing this dynamic with Carly, and it's going to be interesting because, like I said before, Kendall was never, at first, was like, Callie was like, oh, that's my best friend. And she's just like, whatever, until someone took her out. Then was it because it was her friend, or was it because somebody's taking out somebody? You just like, okay, I don't like the fact you're taking out somebody. It's like, I don't know. So yeah, but I give the match an A. By the way, I thought it was a really, really good match. It told a good story. So.
I also just want to add. Sorry, I also just want to add. I love the way Callie Armstrong pinned Carly Bright. It wasn't like she was really trying to. She just pushed the leg down and pinned her. It's not like she. Any real effort, and it's just like, yeah, I beat you. I don't even have to go.
Yeah, she didn't try to hook her or nothing. Just
no. Thank you for that. Robert Stone and Peter Rosenberg said it too. She like, she doesn't even have to hook the leg. She knows she's not going to get up from that. I'm like, damn. When commentary says it, that's pushing to the moon. I love it. Cardi M, Carly Bright versus Kelly Armstrong. Kelly being a mean bully now.
Yes, I thought this was a really great match. Actually, I'm really liking Carly Bright. She's low-key underrated as a counter wrestler. Like that's her style. That's where she flourishes, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm gonna give this match an A. I like the back and forth that they had going on. It wasn't just a squash match or one-sided. So yeah, give it an A.
All right. We're missing somebody. CJ's gonna come back in a
CJ.
second. Terrell.
I thought the match was actually pretty entertaining. I like how Carly Bright, she was showing her, you know, possum kind of like what's the word? Evasion skills. Like she was
Yeah.
very like she was being a pest. She was literally being a pest the entire match. And I like how she was also countering moves that Kelly Armstrong usually is able to, land on, most of her opponents. And I was actually pretty afraid for Kelly because there was a point where um I can't remember if it was if it was Robert Stone that said it, but they were like oh my gosh, like she's about to get a pinfall over the champion. I'm like, bro, wait, what? Like, oh, like, I know this not gonna happen, but no. Kelly Armstrong, she had to do what she had to do, and she let her have it. And when I say let her have it, I mean let her have it. And I like how Carly sold the second Cali connection because it reminds me of like when you playing like the old school wrestling games. They still do it now. Like now they still kind of do it in the the 2Ks and all that, because I see that they added some new moves to where you have your opponents just selling like crazy. Like I've noticed they done that now, but it's like it's not like the old school games to where like they have these crazy selling points, and that's something that always like grabbed my attention when it comes to watching wrestling. I love when people sell moves because I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty sure we all have done it. We probably all had like backyard wrestling moments or moments where you just wrestling with your friends, y'all in a field somewhere, or like you're on a football field, and you all just go out there and just wreak havoc on each other. And I always wanted to get slammed through the announcer table. I always wanted someone to do the rock bottom on me through the announcer table. Never had that happen. So I just had one of my friends like, hey man, rock bottom me on the car, bro. And yeah, I was rock bottom on the car, and I sold the crap out of it too. It kind of hurt, but I sold the crap out of it. But yeah, I like people that knows how to sell really well, and it was just like the icing on the cake, man. I enjoyed it.
I guess CJ Wolfie, I guess your turn.
Well, I didn't hear everybody. Yeah, I really like the match too. I give it like an A. And yeah, Carly Bright really improving a lot since we have matches on here. So props to her. But Callie, she getting up too with her prowess, and it's showing. But I don't say how Kim gonna deal with her in 2 weeks. But yeah, it was a really good match. And Carly, props to her with that sale of that or with Callie's finisher. That was crazy. But yeah, it was a pretty good match. I give it an A.
All right, I respect that. And for that, ladies and gentlemen, A's all around. We press the button. My thoughts on this great match. Carly Bright is getting a little too cocky for her own good, and that might be her downfall in succession. But it all depends. I hate to say this. It all depends on Nikita. It really all depends. They keep pushing her a lot more than normal. So if she comes out one more week, or if she comes out next week, that means most likely Callie's going to retain, as Coach is saying. And then immediately Nikita comes out and attacks her, and that will be her next match for whenever that is.
Wasn't Zeta still Also,
The match is the week after though. Like when did you and Nikita next week? It's just the face off with Armstrong and Kendall next
That's
week.
what I mean. Like,
Okay.
if Nikita wins next
Oh,
week,
okay, I got you.
by any chance, either after or before the face
Oh,
off.
after. Okay, I thought you meant like at that. Okay, I got you now.
No. That's what I mean. But I think, like I said, I think it's a session. Callie will retain, but only if Nikita wins next week. If Nikita does not win, then that means she's not going to be. It'll probably be Nikita versus Kendall, or Nikita's like, well, I never had a one-on-one match with you, Callie, so I'll have a match with you. I'll beat you, and then I'll go after Kendall. It's a whole circle jerk. Yeah.
Wasn't Zeta Steel also interested in the Evolve Women's Championship in that segment with Jackson Drake and Bryce Donovan?
Yeah, but she hasn't said. She hasn't. I think she won't start saying anything until either Callie loses the belt or Callie beats Kendall. Because after that, you have Zeta Steel, you have Chantel Monroe, you have Nikita Lyons, who are 3 contenders who have a right to go after you, Callie. They haven't gone after you one-on-one, really. So they have a right. That's what I mean on that. So next up, I love that they're giving productions of this. Video package for Brooks Jensen, talking about that he was in a tag team with Josh Briggs and the cowgirl Fallon Henley. Then she was I forgot. I didn't even know about that. Even Cardi M's like he was in a tag team. I'm like, yeah, I didn't know.
I didn't know that. Yeah, they were UK champions at one point.
I didn't know about that either. Again, I didn't go that far back in NXT.
Oh, okay.
Then he got kicked out the Cully, which I love his hair. He went from mullet to kind of like short, long hair to like I'm gonna just cut my hair short. Like that's the evolution of Brooks Jensen. He's gonna try his best to win and become the #1 contender for the belt. After that, a video aired of, and this is pretty cool. A video aired of Cappuccino Jones, Zeta Steel, and Sean Legacy wrestling in Malaysia. Some footage aired from last week's Wrestling Open and Marcus Mathers and Aaron Rourke teaming up. Cool to see this footage used in programming. That leads to a prediction. High Rise, which I hate when they call him that because there's no picture of Wesley in the damn picture, but High Rise versus Aaron Rourke and Marcus Mathers coach predictions. That's next week.
This match was announced. I think I totally missed that part.
Me too.
We announced it.
Okay.
I think it's probably going to be Marcus Mathers and Aaron Rourke because, the other team isn't really built for Evolve, and they're trying to build Marcus Mathers and Aaron Rourke, so I think it's probably going to be them, but I'm really indifferent on the result either way.
Oh, wow. Thank you for that. I respect it. It's just that I get mad, and I think you weren't here. I think you jumped in before we started talking about the whole, if there's no Wesley in Evolve, when these two come out, they're TNT. But when there is a Wesley, there's High Rise. So that means next week there will be Wesley will probably not be there, and they call him High Rise, and I hate that more than anything else. They're called TNT. Terrell.
Yeah, can I jump in on this one?
What? Say that again, Cardi?
So can I jump in on the whole TNT versus High Rise?
Go on, get it, girl. Go on, get it like Philly has pizza.
It's just a technicality because when, like you said, as a tag team, they're TNT. But then on NXT, when they were teaming up with Wesley, they became High Rise. But then it was kind of messed up that TNT kind of got washed away in the face of High Rise, even though that's its own group with Wesley. So it's okay, recognize them as a tag team just because Wesley came out as their front man. So I don't know, but that's the context for that thing. And by the way, I wanted to say this earlier. There's this moment after the Tate Wilder and Sean and Enofe match, and Sean Legacy looks at the camera after he pulled the chair away from Enofe, and it really gave me The Office vibes. He's really going hard on that. I thought that was funny.
Carl is changing him as much as he doesn't want to admit it. Carl is changing him, and I hope one day Carl comes to Evolve. This is where you work. I thought you were just a guy who dresses up as a wrestler and then goes home. No, I'm an actual wrestler, Carl. Oh, okay, that's cool. So that's pretty. And also, It's Gall. You better do an arm wrestling match with that guy. He's a 4-year champion. Go Beavers. Terrell, thoughts?
I think I don't know. I would probably think that TNT will win just because of the size difference, but then we never know.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to Evolve, we just never know what may happen because they love to surprise us. So maybe Aaron Rourke and Marcus Mathers might end up picking up the victory. And I wouldn't mind it because, you know what I'm saying, Aaron Rourke, that's my guy right there. That's my boy. So I wouldn't mind him and Marcus winning. And as far as I'm with TNT, I understand your, you know, everyone's standpoint on that because it's the same thing with New Age Outlaws. When New Age Outlaws was going against Road Warriors, it was New Age Outlaws versus Road Warriors. And then when it's all four of them, you know, X-Pac, Triple H, and New Age Outlaws, is D-Generation X, not D-Generation X and New Age Outlaws. It's D-Generation X. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the Usos, when they're with Roman Reigns, they're the Bloodline, not Roman Reigns and the Usos, or no, it's the Bloodline. When they're not with Roman, it's the Usos. I don't get it. I really don't. I really don't understand how they got that mixed up.
It's the inconsistencies.
Yeah.
Oh, EOD.
All right. Like I don't know. For some reason, I didn't hear that part being announced. So to me, I do think that Rourke and Mathers is probably gonna get the win, and here's why. Like, even though I understand the size difference, but the way they do things on NXT, even though I know this is Evolve, but or a little bit different than the main roster. Size is just an advantage. Like when NXT doesn't mean just because you're bigger you'll actually win. I think that carries over to Evolve. Like the main roster is like that's a completely different story. Like usually size if you're bigger, blah blah blah. Unless you're super over. So I do think then the way they're building them, I think it's more for Rourke and not Rourke and Matthews to win. And the whole high rise thing, I think it's just as simple as this. They don't like the name TNT, and they're just high rise now. I think it's probably like that simple because they just don't refer them. And by now they have enough time where now they know how to do the editing job and stuff like that. Like before they'll mess up something's not consistent with NXT, but now they seem to be fixing it. Like they'll just tape something at the Performance Center and just throw it in to the show. So I just think they just like the name High Rise better because, like you said, doing it one time, okay, it's an error, but they've consistently been doing this. So I'm thinking they don't even want you to call them TNT anymore. They just want you to call them High Rise. That's what I think.
Okay.
But
no,
and then,
before I get to TJ Wolfie, no, you're right because like they announced this at the end of the show in graphics. I'm always on top of this, and TJ Wolfie, High Rise has not been on TV for 2 months. Go.
Yeah, you would think maybe they will probably get the win since they've been on TV, but then again, yeah, it's been that long since they've been out. But yeah, Rourke and Mathers, they gonna end up getting the win for sure. But I'm glad to see them back on TV and doing something because we ain't seen them in a while. I would see more of them at that episode there, or at least back on NXT or wherever which brand they're gonna be on. But yeah, well, they decide what their name's gonna be. If they're gonna put them TNT, yeah, it would be good if they kept it like TNT for just them two. So they have their tag names. But I guess they kept them High Rise as just the whole group and the tag, I guess so.
Yeah.
What they're gonna do, but yeah, Rourke and Matt they getting the win.
Okay.
oh, I got one thing to say.
Yes, go on.
High Rise TNT, whatever you want to call them, they haven't wrestled in probably like forever. They were actually on a backstage segment on NXT a few weeks ago. I think Josh Briggs was in the locker room. They were there, so I was like, oh, they are still with the company. So there you go.
Yeah.
They were actually
Yep.
viewed in a segment. They didn't really do anything, but they were there.
Yeah.
Are we gonna call that the
It's a
Drake?
game.
Yeah. Yeah, go on, Terrell.
Yeah, I was gonna add on that Marcus Mathers, he's a kicker.
Yeah.
And what's one way to tear a big man down. In the ways of Rey Mysterio, you kick him in the knees. Just go for them legs.
Yeah.
I
was
also
gonna say that.
feel like. Oh, sorry.
Oh, go
I
on,
also
go
feel
on.
like they've really been building Aaron Rourke and Marcus Mathers over the last few weeks. Like in that promo package you talked about, they were heavily featured, and then they had their own promo package a while back too. And since TNT, High Rise, whatever, haven't been on TV, I don't feel like they're gonna bring them back and be the team they're actually trying to invest in. I feel like they're just like a lot of people don't remember High Rise, so let's just bring them and give them a loss, and who cares?
Okay. I kind of agree with that. Like, we have to remember, like, Marcus Mathers is the Philly Phoenix, and he has that mystery kick that no matter how tall you are, he'll just bend his leg up to your face. That's one. Aaron Rourke is Dalton Castle, Timu. We have to all admit this. That's how it is. That's fine. And why do I feel this is going to be like a really homophobic match where like Aaron Rourke is being very erotic and he's like, oh, bro, no, I got the Tims, bro. No. I'm like, that's just, I kind of feel like I'm going to go with this. I don't know why, but that's just me. Aaron Rourke, Marcus Mathers should win because what's the point of you showing them in Malaysia kicking ass and then they lose the High Rise? Which again, if you're going to treat the High Rise like the New Day, where it's just a group collective or like the Freebirds, Wesley, you better bring your ass to Evolve. That's all I'm gonna
He's
say.
been active on Twitter because I
know about that. I don't see him on NXT.
He said something about he's been bulking up to go against Oba, but now that Ricky Saints won the championship, now he's got to do something to go against Megamind because that's what he calls Ricky Saints.
He is kind of Megamind.
So I like that was kind of funny.
That is a shout out to Wesley. You're doing good on Twitter. Not as good as Enofe, but you're just as good. All right, backstage.
I'm gonna be right back. I'm just gonna go use the bathroom real quick. Sorry, guys.
Go on, guys. Go on here, Coach. You got it. We're talking about It's Gall, so you can come back, and then when you come back, we'll do the thing. All right. Backstage, It's Gall and the hardest working guy in all of wrestling, Draco Knox, and two other guys are there. Which I was gonna say, are we gonna call him Draco Knox, where they're around in the background, but they're not really doing anything like what TNT is doing? Is that what we call it now, a Draco Knox? Like
Draco Knox is head of security.
Yeah? Exactly, dude. Draco Knox is the guy in. You know what's funny about this?
He's a new Hank. He's the new Hank. Is what he is.
I know. This is so sad. He's like, I was on TV. I'm like, yeah, but you were on the background the whole time, sir. Oh, whatever. Anyway, backstage, It's Gall's like, no one can compete to me. Look at my abs. I mean, no offense to you guys, but no one can be my tag partner. Dante Chen comes in. Everyone's like, hey, what's up, Dante? And Dante's like, oh, I'm sorry. You just got to bounce back. I'm like, you know what, dummy? I don't care about you. He's like, you know what? You know what? Next week, I'm going to whoop your ass and take you to the hospital, just like Jamar Hampton. First off, whoa, Dante Chen, where is this evil coming from? Two, It's Gall's like, that was very disrespectful. I didn't like that. Paraphrasing. And then everyone gets up and leaves. Mind you, yeah, you did make fun of those three guys, but he's like, he's being vulnerable. He doesn't have a friend to be vulnerable. Coach, thoughts on this promo and the fact that they're really pushing him as a. Now It's Gall is a dick, but he's a baby face. It's a weird thing we're going on with this.
I like it because he's so over. I think I'd say he's the most over guy on the roster, honestly. And I love that they're pushing him as a babyface, but he's a dick. Like, he didn't understand why everybody just left him, even though he was mean as shit. But yeah, I'm happy he's getting a singles push because I was really afraid that after the Jamar Hampton thing, he was just going to go back to what he did before, just random appearances every now and again. But him actually getting a singles push, I'm really happy about that.
Okay. Terrell, your thoughts on this? And I think this is still connected to Jamar. This is just the long con to come back to Jamar. Jamar might be coming back in 6 months to 9 months, but you can make him a babyface. Jamar comes back, still as a heel, and he's conflicted. Do I go back to the asshole or do I be the new person? Terrell, your thoughts on this promo?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting. As far as in with seeing it's Gall, in babyface form, it's actually pretty cool. It's pretty cool for real. And Jamar Hampton, he may come back with the heel, stuff going on, or maybe he just might come back and just naturally just fall in line with it's Gall.
Yeah, I like that. EOD.
Yeah, I really did like the segment because truthfully, it's Gall hasn't changed at all. It's just that more he's a big because my man came out, he was being vulnerable, and he was like, "Yeah," he said, "I can't take a step back" or whatever. He's like you dummies or something like that. Like basically say, "Oh, yeah, like y'all used to being like mediocre," basically. But he was saying the way like he was being honest, but he's still a dick and everything. But he was trying to be vulnerable, trying to have a moment, but he doesn't know how to. He can't do it correctly and everything. So that's what I liked about it. So like, yeah, you're a babyface, but you're exactly the same. I do like the fact that they haven't forgot about him and Jamar. He's always mentoring Jamar and everything. So hopefully when he gets healthy, they will still be a tag team. But when your tag team, when somebody's hurt, you keep on going and everything. So I'm glad it looks like they're not going to break them up as a tag team. So that's good. And maybe Jamar can show up from time to time. Maybe they usually don't do that in WWE when you're hurt, but it'll be kind of nice. But I like the segment. And Dante Chen, I'm like, damn, Dante, you have to say you're gonna put him in the hospital next to Jamar. I'm like, that was kind of heelish, kind of, or whatever. I'm like, damn, even if you didn't like him, you have to say all that. But I like the segment, and I can't wait to see where it goes from here. The evolution of It's Gal.
Yeah, me too. Artie, your thoughts?
Yes. Perfect segment actually. In terms of It's Gal, yeah, this segment was funny because he was trying to be vulnerable, but he just simply can't relate because he is the best, and it's just like I don't relate to the struggles of you guys. That was funny, but he's trying. He'll get there. He'll learn humbleness. But who's the other? Oh yeah, Dante Chen. Yeah, he was kind of an a-hole. I mean, this wasn't kind of heelish. This was just straight up heelish on his part. And I don't know what happened. Like, I think they changed him. Like,
oh, Jesus, everybody. I like that. All right. CJ Wolfie.
Yeah, it was pretty good promo. It's Gall just being it's Gall. And yeah, Dante Chen did come off a little heelish. Like, dang, he got being kind of rough on the edges and stuff. So it was something. It was something. So he's gonna be like a heel work from him, which is gonna be interesting to see. But yeah, I'm interested in that match next week. So yeah, it was pretty good.
Before we get to, thank you for that. Before we get to the studometer,
oh jeez,
we have to look at Evolve as all moving pieces. Why is Dante Chen going heel? That means whoever is the baby face in the future might be, again, I look at this, I'm like, okay, is Dante Chen like, first off, you tell someone you're gonna put someone in the hospital, that's a heel tendency. That's not like a maybe. No, that's like, no, you're an evil villain. Like, you get the hell out of here. Two, if Dante Chen's going heel, that means people are gonna shift because there's someone else at the top that's gonna shift. That's what I mean. If Drake loses and Keanu Carver becomes a champion, if Keanu Carver won against Brooks Jensen, we're not saying that he did, but if the possibility, you got to shift people. I like that. I want to put that out there. Ladies and gentlemen, little context to this. Before the studometer comes out at 12 o'clock every single Wednesday, it's like clockwork. Just like Shawn Legacy promos on Evolve comes out at 12 o'clock on his Instagram like clockwork. It was 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Wednesday, and I left a message on one of his posts. I'm like, what happened? No studometer? I put the sad emoji. He says studometer is coming in a few moments, and it's going to be a banger.
The peaks are picking and Big Daddy Red is picking, so all of you dummies better keep your jowls shut and let It's Gall deliver this week's Startometer. And today, we have a fellow Ginger Ninja, someone I'm a fan of. But the Startometer doesn't care about the feelings, only about the facts. So Seamus, you're getting ranked pretty fast. Now listen, fella is jacked and ready to attack. There's no doubt about that. But he's whiter than a glass of milk. Extremely pale dude, but not frail and ready to fail, because fella delivers banger after banger after banger after banger after banger. Which is why final verdict, Seamus gets an 8.8 on the Startometer. Not bad. Now, speaking of bangers, hear this out. It's Gall and Seamus clanging and banging for Chest Day Best Day on the Celtic Warrior Workout YouTube channel. Pose, flex, pop those pecs. Now that's a banger. Banger. So comment, let me know if you want to see It's Gall bench press 315 with Seamus at a pretty ferocious pace. And who do you want to see next on the stud menu? Dummies. Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't know he was going to be on Celtic Warrior Workout.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is he really going to be there, or is he just like saying it for himself?
He's saying it. He wants to be on the workout.
Oh,
Hopefully, Seamus responds.
He needed,
Okay.
yes, he need to do this.
He needs to, because
Needs
first
to
off,
do it.
the Lyra workout almost killed him. Doing his workout where literally he's in his car chugging down creatine powder and then protein powder, and like, you're gonna die, Seamus. You're done. But what? Two things.
Oh, yeah. Jay Cargill's workout almost put him down, too.
Yes. So did Lyra's. Almost killed him. Two things. First off, you're gonna start a war with Matt Cardona and Seamus. Matt Cardona's a 9, and Seamus at 8.8. You know Seamus is gonna get mad at that, and Matt Cardona's gonna put it in his face. Ha ha! I'm a 9. Ha ha! Put that out there. That's one. Two. Just him talking and I say this because he said this, ladies and gentlemen, as white as bread that's messed up, it's pretty accurate.
Never what glass of milk.
Yeah, white in a glass of milk.
I didn't want to say, I didn't want to get, cancel culture. Coach, your thoughts on this rating? 8.8.
I mean, I think it's a fair rating. Not that it matters, but he literally misspelled Seamus' name at the end. He didn't put the H in. I think that might be purposeful.
Yep. Seamus.
Seamus. But yeah, this was a great start. I mean, really, they should start getting it on Evolve. I think it would be really a great addition to the show. I mean, it's just a minute long. It really wouldn't harm the show. But yeah, I loved it. It was funny.
Okay. This felt like a rush job for me. This felt like, okay, I got usually like an hour, like a minute 30, minute 40. This was like 47 seconds. This was exactly 128. So 128, not that bad. Terrell, your thoughts on the Startometer? 8.8 for Seamus.
Yeah, 8.8 for Seamus is actually pretty cool. I feel like Seamus probably would have been maybe a 9.5. Maybe somewhere around the 9s if he was tan. He was jacked, but he wasn't tanned.
Nope. I get that. EOD.
Yeah, I think it also was a fair rating. And from compared to Matt Cardona, you got to remember he was a little biased with Matt Cardona. You have to admit that was like his favorite guy. So I was thinking he wasn't going to give him a 9, but the fact that he gave him a 9 anyway, after basically roasting the man for a lot of it, is like he still gave him a 9. So I'm like, his personal bias got him that 9. So really, he's probably an 8 along with Seamus, but the bias, and maybe he couldn't give Seamus a higher score because he might have remembered that one segment that Drew McIntyre got him with like a couple months ago. So it's like, you're mostly in what does he call it? Peak minty condition or whatever he calls it. That 1 month or whatever, he wasn't. And so maybe he held that against him. But yeah, I liked it. I thought it was funny. And I almost watched it. I saw it come up. I was like, oh no, I got to wait till today to watch the watch it. I'm glad I waited. So
I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Like, and it was a good quick one. So I appreciate that. Cardi M, thoughts on Sheamus?
Yeah, I think this is a pretty good rating, honestly. I mean, that's a pretty high rating. I think he deserves it too. From what I've seen of Sheamus, he seems like pretty wholesome. I know that's not going off appearance, just like seems like a cool dude.
Okay.
But yeah.
I respect that. All right, CJ Wolfie.
Yeah, it was pretty good rating for Sheamus, and this Gall just hilarious with it, and him being up there, Sheamus, it's pretty good, and I really hope Sheamus gets a hold of this and let him be a part of the workouts. I really hope somebody get him a notice or something. It's Gall get in there with one episode, but yeah, it was really good rating for Sheamus.
I respect that. Like that. I like that. Like for me, yeah, he needs to be on the workout thing for Sheamus. Like he would just, it would boost him on Instagram and help him more. I'm like,
oh yeah,
and he can explain the science of why he gave him an 8.8, and Sheamus would still get mad, but he's like, look, I am, and again, Matt Cardona got a 9, and he did say, and I quote, bleeding is not anabolic. So I'm like, he still crapped on Matt Cardona on certain aspects. He craps on everybody except for Jamar.
You know why. You know what would be crazy?
Yeah.
Sheamus is the type of person that would literally be like, hey, I have you here on the show, but we cannot do this alone. Come on out, man. And then Matt Cardona comes out.
Oh,
so like you have Isgall, Sheamus, and Matt Cardona, all three working out together, and like you just see Isgall.
But like a montage or something.
Yeah. You can give him a live studometer right there, right on the spot. Like I want to read live studometer. I'm like, all right, Tandem Jack ready to attack, and he'll do the whole thing because he has to remember that by heart. I love Isgall for that. But ladies and gentlemen, when we get to happiness, we get to murder. Next up, Brooks Jensen versus Keanu Carver. Whoever wins gets the #1 contendership for Jackson Drake next week. Who will be the contract signing for whoever wins. Brooks Jensen comes out, and he's just, no knee pads, no elbow pads, Alabama, Bama. Fun fact, and I love Cardi M for reminding me this. They said that he is from Alabama, Bama. 2 Bams is enough. Not the bam. No, it's like 2 Bams. That's it. All right, done. I like that. Keanu Carver comes out. Peter Rosenberg says he looks better than he looks than last week we saw him, which is like, yeah, he's just getting better and better and better. I love that. Match starts. And I love that Cardi M, shout out to Invisible Woman, said this. Like they grabbed each other and tried to do like the wrestling stance that they always do, but they look like they were headbanging each other in the first like 10 seconds. Like, I'm like, what the hell are you guys doing? But after a while, Brooks Jensen targeted the left arm of Keanu Carver and did effectively 4 Southern Lariats. 4 to freaking Carver. But the fact that they're booking Carver like Jason Voorhees. Okay, Jason Voorhees' arm's cut off. I'm like, all right, my arm's cut off. Well, that sucks. But I'm still going to kill you. There is no end of this. Ultimately, at one point, Brooks Jensen's on the inside, Carver's on the inside. Carver's arm is busted. He can't use it. He says, you know what? I have a move that doesn't really require my left arm. He pounces Jensen to the outside, and Jensen tries to recreate a Yamcha from Dragon Ball Z with his arms all messed up on the floor. I actually respected that. Carver gets him to the inside, and he does his special, which they don't even have a name for that yet. They used to have a name, but they don't have a name for it anymore. For the 1, 2, 3. So we're going to go off match first before post-match. Coach, your thoughts on this match? The fact that they booked Keanu like a monster. Commentary booked him like a monster. The guy did 4 finishers on him, and he still won.
I mean, yeah, it was a good match, but I'll be honest, I didn't really feel the match because, like, all the other 3 matches before this, I really, really enjoyed, and I think they set a high standard. When this match came, I was kind of not that into it. It was a good match, but like just not for me. But yeah, I loved how strong Keanu Carver is booked. I'm very confused whether or not I think he's gonna win next week, but that comes for when we talk about after the match. But yeah, I'll give it a B. It was okay.
Okay, I respect that. Terrell, thoughts?
Yeah, the match was definitely a B. By the time this match came on, honestly and truthfully, I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty out of it. And then plus I was getting ready for the NXT time with D-Walk. But the match was good. I just don't know exactly if Keanu Carver is gonna win. That's the only thing that I'm pretty much concerned with is if he's gonna become Evolve champion or not. And Brooks Jensen, you know, he put up a good fight and everything too. But you know, your boy from Alabama, Bama, did not come out on top.
Nope.
Which I do love when he said. I love when he says that. But if you really want to go like into his character, I do feel like maybe somewhere down the line, whenever he finds himself back on NXT or possibly the main roster, I could say, man, Brooks Jensen could really be booked as like a JBL style character.
Okay, I respect that.
Yeah.
EOD, before we get to you, this was said by commentary. Brooks Jensen learned that move, the Southern Lariat, from his dad, who then learned it from a guy in Noah called Stan Hansen. So that move that was done to Carver was generational. Your thoughts?
It's a fun fact and everything. So, because I don't think he was doing it in NXT at all. So it's like kind of, it's cool to show the lineage of the move and everything. Like it's like, you know. So that was a cool aspect. To me, I'm gonna give the match an A, but here's why. I like what they did with Brooks Jensen in this match. Like really, I thought they did a good job. And it's not like he got Keanu Carver destroyed him. He was actually holding his own against Keanu Carver. Because like I said, Keanu is like a really big dude, but Jensen, he might not be as muscular, but he's just as big or whatever. So when they were trying to take each other out, the shoulder tackles and didn't work, but it also didn't work on Jensen either at first. And I like that. And I think he kind of, for Carver, since he's kind of newer, Jensen was able, you can see he was like being the general of the match. I did like the fact that he targeted the arm and the pounce. That pounce was crazy because of this. He didn't run to build up momentum. He just stood there and pounced them outside the ring, which was crazy. Normally we see a pounce, they do something, get the leverage. He just stood there, thought about it, and just pounced them. And I thought that was really impressive. But yeah, to me, I thought the match was an A for what they were trying to do, because it wasn't going to be a big flashy match between these guys. I just liked the fact it was just a nice big guy match, basically. So
I like that. All right.
Big meaty man.
Big meaty man slapping meat.
I said that the Cardi next to her sister. Like, this is a meaty man match. Cardi!
Yes.
You're up. Carver versus Jensen. We saw this match. You saw that they booked Carver like Jason Voorhees. So, your thoughts?
Maybe he is. No, just playing. I'm gonna give this match also. I'm gonna give it a B. It wasn't like remarkable to me, and I mean it's also not my favorite style of wrestling or match in general. But yeah, I don't know. I respected Brooks Jensen was holding his own, and that he was targeting like a specific. He was targeting a weak spot, and he theoretically could have won. But yeah, I don't know. That's my thoughts. Keanu Carver is gonna just push his way through Vanity Project, and it's going to be ugly.
We'll get to that. Ladies and gentlemen, we're actually going over 2 hours today, ladies and gentlemen. I want to enjoy this show. CJ Wolfie, Keanu Carver versus Brooks Jensen. Carver won, and he was standing tall at the end.
Oh yeah, Keanu was a beast through this whole match. Like he was just pummeling Jensen and everything. Jensen had his own. He held his own in this match too as well, so he did pretty good too. But there was a pretty good match, so I'll get at least a B plus. And that pounce was ridiculously crazy. I don't see how. Shoot, they really could have just had a count out for that. Really, I don't think you better get up.
Yeah.
To be honest.
When was the last? Sorry. When was the last time that we ever did get a count out victory?
I don't think ever. Did we ever?
Never.
No, they had one. No.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry for interrupting.
From Dragon Ball Z. It should have been a countdown victory. It should have been
like,
saying.
Yeah. He was out.
Okay.
He was out.
Okay.
But yeah, it was a good match. I'd give it a B plus.
Okay. Basically, it's a B match. I'm gonna press the button for this. No, that's an F. My bad. That's a B. Sorry. Now, I give this an A because of the booking of the match. And I would say this part. I didn't say this part during the match, but I'll say this now. At one point, Carver was on the floor. Brooks Jensen goes to the top rope and does a jumping, I think a leg lariat. I guess like a leg drop. There's a sitting leg drop. First off, stop doing that, Brooks Jensen. Your coccyx is going to be destroyed in 4 years. Okay? Just stop. All right? Protect your body. One. When he did that, he went to the ropes, and Peter Rosenberg and Robinson was like, oh, he should capitalize on this. In the background, you see Carver stand up like Jason. I'm like, oh, my God. Oh, no. That's why I think they're booking Keanu Carver like Obafemi, but right. Obafemi was the ruler because he's smart. Keanu Carver is not smart. He's just a monster. And that's how you should book him. Yeah, exactly. Like the Terminator.
He will not stop.
He just keep going. Now, here's the post-match. Post-match, he's like, I won. With his broken arm, by the way. I won. Freaking Bryce Donovan comes out of nowhere, slams him with the chair 4 times, puts the chair in his arm, and Pillmanizes the freaking arm. And freaking Vanity Project comes out. Peter Rosenberg's like, oh, these guys are freaking jackals. Look at them. Just like hyenas all over the body. And they're just laughing at Keanu Carver. And I was like, you better hope Keanu Carver doesn't get up with that still broken arm and beat your ass. But he doesn't. He doesn't. And it ends the show right there where Keanu Carver's on the floor and Bryce Donovan's in the ring with a chair and Vanity Project outside making fun of him. But no one's looking at Bryce Donovan because I looked at it again. Bryce Donovan is not looking at Keanu Carver. Bryce Donovan is looking at Jackson Drake. So, post-match, I want to say this, my thoughts and my theory. There's a weird rule in wrestling where you can, the general manager can tell him or tell the person, if anyone comes out of the main event, they will vacate the title. Let's say it like that. Or if anyone comes out to interfere between Drake and Keanu Carver, they can vacate the title. That can happen as well. That can be a weird play of Bryce Donovan finding a way to get the belt off him. But if they do this storyline where, okay, Keanu Carver's arm is busted, we got to put a cast on him. Oh, we have to stop the match. No, don't stop the match. You just gave a monster a loaded weapon on his arm. That's the dumbest thing you can do. And that's the thing that can happen in the match. Where Keanu Carver's like, I got a cast, beats the crap out of Jackson with the cast, breaks it, and still wins. So, Coach, your thoughts on this and predictions. Well, no predictions. Just thoughts on Bryce Donovan and everything that happened. And then after that, Terrell.
I have a few thoughts because I'm really unsure what they're trying to do here because are they trying to push Bryce Donovan to be the one to dethrone Jackson Drake or is Keanu Carver? Because I could feel like it could be either one. And this is not me complaining. I like that there's these many options. But then, yeah, I also liked how everybody came out and celebrated as if they did something, but it was Bryce Donovan who did all the work. And then same with Jackson Drake. I loved how intense he is. I don't think he's necessarily smart. I feel like he's just very overconfident in the fact that Bryce Donovan isn't really doing anything to him. He's just biding his time, and that makes Jackson Drake feel very cocky and feel like, yeah, I got everything under control. But yeah, I liked everything here. I feel like there's a lot of stuff you can think about here. So I give this whole after thing an A. I feel like I enjoyed that a lot more than the match personally.
All right, Terrell. Oh,
Post match was pretty wild. Not even gonna lie. The Vanity Project, they came out celebrating as if, like Coach said, as if they was the ones that did the attack on Keanu. It seemed like as if everyone is celebrating the fact that Bryce Donovan did something, which is by all means cool and great. But it's like, are they really paying him any attention? Like, are they even paying him, the respects that, he did that. And then it could be too, like, what's the end game, as far as with Bryce Donovan attacking Keanu. And yeah, that would be crazy. That would be crazy if like Keanu was all, casted up, because they're not going to count it as a foreign object. We've seen in the past before where people would wear like a vest or or like D'Lo Brown or Bret Hart or somebody like that will wear like medical vests or due to an injury. But still, the fact is that they're still finna have a match, and they could use it as a weapon without necessarily it being a weapon, because it's on their person, like it's on their body. So I think that'll be very interesting. But I definitely see if they do let him get in the match with the cast, it's not gonna go very well, because it seemed like Keanu loves pain. That's what it seemed like. It seemed like he loves pain to me. And he would do anything to win, like by any means necessary type of attitude.
I like that. I like that. And by the way, prediction: Keanu Carver is going to kill Vanity Project next week. One by one, just murder them. Like, it's just you and me, Jackson. There's no one else. Which should happen. EOD, your thoughts?
all right. I thought the whole thing was pretty good. I can't remember if this happened or not. At the end, when Benny Project was in the ring, didn't Bryce try to? I mean, not Bryce. Drake tried to shake his hand, and it kind of looked like he wasn't gonna shake his hand or something.
Yep.
I can't remember if that was okay.
He
So I'm
hesitated.
thinking, yeah, he hesitated, and Drake was like basically did the little Captain Kirk thing, like like take my hand, like shake it. I did like that. So we still have some doubts. I still think that Drake sees the writing on the wall, but he's gonna ride this out, especially with Keanu Carver. Like I said, I still think is who's gonna pull the trigger first. Is Bryce gonna get tired of him before Drake decides he's gonna take him out before Bryce takes him out? But I like that. I did like the fact that he was talking mad-ish to Keanu Carver while he was on the ground. Because normally I was thinking the same thing. What if Keanu gets up right now, gets a hold of you? That's what I was really thinking. Because I mean, he was getting up for it and everything else. So I did like the celebration in the ring, like Bryce's intensity, and like I was telling y'all before when I said I saw him in person. I'm like, don't sleep on Bryce Donovan. Yeah, I gotta go back for the club. I'm like, look, this dude talks more trash than anybody on the Vanity Project, and at the time, it was crazy to even think that because he didn't really speak at all. But I was like, I saw this man in person. Trust me, this dude's got something else is going on, and you're starting to see he's probably one of the MVPs of the show right now, like character development wise. I mean, so I don't think he's gonna. Okay, if Keanu comes up with a cast though, I think that might be too much. I mean, it's a cast. I mean, come on. Well, I think what they'll do is they'll tape him, because if they put on with a cast, it's like that plan really backfires. Like, you got Keanu Carver, now you have a cast on him too, where he can just bludgeon you to death with the cast. So I'm thinking they'll probably do something, maybe tape it up so then they can target a little bit more. Because if he has the cast, it's like, come on, man, that is overkill. To Drake, I'm like, okay, it's not like it's like that wasn't the smartest thing you could do because now you can't attack the arm because it's in a cast, and so yeah.
He can show that off too. Before we get to Cardi, he can show that off like next week. Oh, I got a cast. Oh, yo, you're weak, and then he destroys a wall with it. Like, shh. Yeah, I don't really feel this, man. You better kill me. I'm like, oh no, you made it worse for you, sir.
Yeah.
But that's what I love about Keanu Carver. You have to legitimately kill him, kayfabe wise, to win. That's
Yeah,
the
but if they just
only
want to put
way.
like doubt in people's mind that Keanu might not win, that's what I'm saying. If you put a cast on him, it's like, look, the doubt isn't really going in Drake's favor of winning that match with a cast. It makes Keanu winning even greater with a cast on. So
That's what I
For
mean.
real.
All right, Cardi, your thoughts on the post match and everything else?
I guess I don't really have much else to say. I mean, everybody's kind of said it for me. Like Bryce Donovan came out and did that, and he's not really being respected by the people of Vanity Project, in my opinion. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see where this goes. I mean, I'm surprised he didn't interfere during the match. But
It would have made it worse. It would have made it worse, and it would have been like a disqualification, and then it would have been a triple threat. Would have made Drake more angry. I get that part.
yeah,
So,
but I like this whole
CJ.
storyline they're doing. So
they are. It's quite beautiful. CJ, your thoughts?
Yeah, we're pretty post of that match, and Bryce, he was just going in. I thought he was a little more, with the chair, but targeting at the arm, maybe trying to bruise him up for the match. But knowing Keanu Reeves, I don't think that probably phase him. He's still gonna get in that match trying to destroy Drake either way. I'm real surprised he didn't get up right there when Drake was in his face while he was on that floor. So that was one thing. But yeah, Bryce, he still got something up his sleeve though. But I don't know. But we're gonna see next week. Yeah, but really, definitely next week we will gonna kill Vanity Project for sure. He gonna get probably Bryce first, since he's the one that did the attack. Get the big one first, then get the small ones. So you might get Zeta too.
Thank you. Like, it makes sense. Keanu Carver is like Callie Armstrong. You piss her off, she'll go after you. But with Keanu Carver, she doesn't talk that stuff. He'll go after you and kill. And he knows where you go. You're in the back.
Yep.
Like, oh, they're in the back. All right, let's go.
Go ramage everywhere.
Do y'all remember?
I love that. Yeah.
Was it 2014 when Randy Orton had a steel cage match against Seth Rollins, but he was banned from using the RKO? So he just went all night RKOing everybody he could backstage.
Yep. Yep. That was so funny.
This is that where he just goes backstage, he just kills Vanity Project in a bunch of wild ways.
That's why you are a valued member of the WWF, Coach. It's awesome for that. But like, I want to say this: if before we get to rankings, and we'll do final ratings of the show right now. But before we get to that, if Keanu wins the belt, Bryce is the only one that can probably maybe have a challenge. I say this exactly. Maybe have a challenge for Keanu. Not beat him, but have a challenge. There's no one else on the roster in Evolve that can challenge Keanu. No one. The people that probably could have are gone. Jordan's gone. Edris is gone. Like, maybe Javier Bernal. We'll talk about him later. But I think
Sean Legacy is still there.
I think it's still going to end up being Legacy, and they're building him up to.
Maybe
and the prophecy will come true.
Maybe the prophecy will come true, but if Legacy goes after Carver, Carver better fall off. Like, Carver better instantly instant transmission and then fall on 20 tables. And then that's the only way I can believe that Legacy will beat Carver. Like, maybe Carver runs into the post 6 times straight because he's crazy. I don't know. But I want to say this though. Harlem, I know you're an LFG. I know you're doing all these things, but it's time to come home, Harlem. It's time to fight the person that you had a rivalry with, but you never finished it. So if Keanu wins the belt, all roads lead back to Harlem. My opinion. Harlem, don't be going to NXT. Don't be doing that crap. Because where's Jasmine Troy? Oh yeah, he popped up at NXT for a second and sat his ass back down.
That was Trick's fault.
No.
Yeah.
That's the EOD. That's exactly
wrong
what
for that.
happened.
Yeah, that's what
What's
happened.
going on,
Yeah.
guys. Oh, I'm sorry. So no. Go back to Evolve. You and him can have some wars. But all right, final rating of the show, Coach. We'll go clockwise. Let's go.
I'm gonna give it an A. I loved every part of the show. The main event was the only part that really didn't hit, but that's just for me personally. I think overall the show was great. So A.
Okay. Terrell.
Overall, for me, gotta be an A. Gotta be an A for real.
All right. EOD.
All right, for me, I know I gave like probably half the matches an A and half a B, but to me, I still thought it was a really good show, and I give it an A overall. Even though I know that math doesn't math on that. But.
It's fine. Mapping. That's fine. Cardi, overall rating of the show, top to bottom.
Yeah, same here. I'm gonna give it an A. I mean, that was my average rating across the show. It was a good show.
Okay. Cardi.
Oh.
You hear me?
Yeah.
I love you. Next, CJ Woofy. Your thoughts and final rating.
I give it an A as well. It was a pretty good, decent show.
Okay. I'll give it an A as well. I want to give it a B because Enofe is gone, but it all is a part of the storyline. Chewy, he did his job. The last thing he said was promoting the next match. I can't get mad at that. Good on him. Hey, I'm pressing the button. Let's go. All right. All right, now we're going, ladies and gentlemen, to character rankings because that's how life is. We're going to character rankings, ladies and gentlemen. We're going off the rails. Let's go. We're actually at the moment, episode 10 of Evolve. Give me a second. Got it right here. Here we go. Evolve ranking. There we go. Where we left off. All right. We already talked about Wendy Chu. We already talked about Jackson Drake. We already talked about Draco Knox. Well, actually, yeah, we talked about the Draco Knox. Okay. All right. Here we go. Nikita Lyons. Rating. I will be last, the one to talk about that. Coach.
This is difficult because she's been very in and out of Evolve. I'm gonna say a B because she's only been really losing, and B. I'll say B.
Okay, all right, that's fine. Terrell, Nikita Lyons as a whole from episode 1 to 30. She just came out from episode 10.
I'll have to say a B minus.
Oh, sorry, that hurt me. Okay. All right. Okay. That hurt me too. All right. EOD. Wait, hold up. Really? A B minus?
Yeah.
He said he didn't stutter.
Run it back. I know. He's so faced. He's dead zone right now. All right, EOD.
That one made me laugh.
Actually, I'm gonna give Nikita.
No? Okay.
I'm gonna give Nikita an A, and here's why. Because Nikita was like the first person that really brought like a legitimacy to Evolve, and I thought she's done pretty good with her character because she was an NXT star on Evolve and everything. So that's why, I say that and everything. And she's done really well in Evolve for me, and she does seem like she's a top contender for the Evolve Championship every time she comes in, win or lose. So, and her matches to me has been entertaining. So, an A.
Okay. All right, I'll give you that. Cardi M. What's the name?
This rating is for Remind me
Nikita.
again. Nikita
Nikita
Lyons.
Lyons. Yep.
I'll give her a B minus.
Both of you guys? All right. Damn.
What answer are you expecting?
Like, I don't like Nikita Lyons as a whole, but she's getting like now she's stuck in Evolve. She ain't going back to NXT. She's
Okay.
That's it. She's
Her wrestling is okay, and her style / gimmick is also okay. But then when it came to Evolve, like it's almost like the spotlight is too big for the stage. Does that make sense?
It does. It does. That's
like-
fine.
Yeah.
You know what? I have to press this button for you, baby. I don't know why, but it feels natural, so I'm sorry for this.
Okay.
What a bitch.
Oh damn!
Wow.
Oh my god!
Anyways, well, it'd be like that. I'm just telling the truth.
See, that's
You're
why we
quiet
love
now,
each other.
Alex.
I know. I wasn't gonna say that. I wasn't gonna say that to Terrell because I respect him as a person. I love you too. I respect you too. CJ Wolfie, Nikita Lyons.
Lord jeez. I give her a B as well, but I will give her a B plus because she have improved a lot more than what she did on NXT. I'll give her that. And she could, while she's down there, she can evolve, no pun intended, more down there as well to get her skills up to par. Instead, do more on skills than her showboating because she do a lot of showboating. Get some more skills up there instead of showboating, and maybe you can be up there be a good powerhouse or a good technical wrestler as well. Since you in the fighting, you can find some technical ways of interpret that in wrestling and get up those skills as well. So yeah, I give her a B plus. She'll get an A if she does that to me.
Okay, hear that. I give her like an A minus because if she's gonna be an Evolve and her body changed from episode 10 to now, ladies and gentlemen, she just got slimmer, and if she's really interested, she could be the Evolve champion in the future, and that could put some legitimacy. Because she got, again, I don't like the social media thing, but she has the followers, so that could bring more people into Evolve. Just like NXT 2016, there wasn't a lot of people watching, but then you got the highlights, good matches. It's different now. You got to use social media too. So I want to put that out there. I love you, Cardella. I didn't call you a bitch. I apologize. That was Wendy Chu. Summer Sorrell. Summer Sorrell. That's not Hayes Jamison, the one that was drinking. Summer Sorrell came out in episode 10, never came out ever again. She's in LFG. So, Coach, your rating.
I honestly don't remember being on Evolve at all. So like I don't know what rating I can give her. The lowest, I know she's on LFG and I know she's doing good there, but purely on Evolve, like I don't even remember her having a match. So like F.
That's fine. All right, F it is. All right, that's fine. I respect that. Terrell. You're muted.
Oh, I don't remember her, but I'll give her a C.
Okay. Wow. That's okay. EOD.
Can you give me a hint of something about her? Because I don't remember.
I don't know.
Some type of character trait. I thought you might. I have to give her NA because I don't remember her.
Wait.
I just don't.
She's a blonde gymnast.
No, I mean I know who she. I know because I saw the Evolve. Oh, the gymnast. Okay. Okay, so something about the gymnast.
Yeah, that's it.
Because only one time the C.
Yeah.
The C, because I just remember the gymnast thing, and that's all I remember. So
yeah.
Can I just say
Hayes Jamison gets a higher rating, for God's sake. She idolizes Dennis Rodman.
I remember that. I remember that. So
I don't know why I remember that. All right. Cardi.
Yeah. No, just to respond, if I don't know if you'll remember this about Nikita Lyons. something notable about her on Evolve. When she comes out, she does these like air punches in the ring. And the very first time she came out, she was kind of like, and nothing wrong with this, but she was kind of like soaking in the spotlight, and then the ref had to tell her like, okay, stay still, like just stay still.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, we said that in episode 10.
Yeah, I talked
like,
about
hey,
that.
Stop. I remember that. Oh my god. She was all over the place. All right, but Summer Sorrell, your rating. All right, NA. Okay. CJ Wolfie.
Oh, did you ask me? I don't even remember, honestly. Yeah, NA.
Yes. Summer Sorrell.
NA.
All right, NA. CJ Wolfie.
I guess see.
You know what? That's what Button says. Wait, give me a second. All right, this will make Terrell sad. And we'll start with him first. Dallas rating.
Who?
Go on, Terrell. I know you ain't frozen.
Who are we rating?
Gallus as a whole.
Oh, dang, man.
I told you to get sad. I told you.
Man, you already know that they getting an A, bro.
All right. Okay. Oh,
An A.
All right, coach. All right. Gallus.
Okay. A rivalry is gonna start here because I didn't enjoy Gallus at all, so I'm gonna give them a C.
Ooh, we got some blood spills here. All right, CJ Wolfie, Gallus.
A.
All right, Cardi M, Gallus.
Iconic.
That's not a that's a word. That's not a letter.
Okay, I'm sorry. Again, like last week, I for iconic. No further questions, Your Honor.
Fine. EOD.
Yeah, my answer from last week remains the same. It's an A for me for Gallus. Sorry to see them go,
Okay.
but
yes.
Now, this is something we're gonna package him all together. Oh, sorry, Javier Bernal, from the skater guy to the hardcore metal punk guy.
Oh no!
And Endeavor.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Coach Javier Bernal rating.
I think I'm gonna give him a B because I feel like they were doing something with him and like there was a story being built and then he just got cut randomly. So I can't really give him a lot, but he was pretty good in the ring and I liked what we were trying to tell, but we just never progressed. So B.
Okay, I respect that. CJ Wolfie, Javier Bernal, skater to hardcore metal punk guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a B. Yeah, they was trying something with him when he was there, and Haiti had to be cut short for him being fired and all. Cause it was like we're going something with the punk emo dude. So yeah, I'll give him a B.
Okay, all right. Cardi, Javier Bernal, hardcore metal guy, and he lost a lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with everybody else here and also give him a B. I agree, like he was going somewhere. I liked where his character was going. Just because he had a losing streak didn't, define his who he was as a character. Yeah, but then they cut him for whatever reason. So yeah, I give him a B. He had potential.
Okay. And that EOD, you remember it because you watched it live.
yeah, big body Javi. I'm gonna give it a B because the losing was part of the storyline to repackage him, and I did like that and everything. You could tell they had a plan with him, and then he just got cut during the middle of that plan. So we never got to see the end of it, but I liked what they were doing with it. So for me, B.
Okay, I give it that. I actually give it a B as well because the metalcore thing. So I went to a metalcore concert, and that's why I started to listen to Robert Stone. It's like you just go to a metalcore concert, and all of a sudden you're just a different person. I don't buy that. So I'm like,
Okay.
I like that
To be
about Robert
honest-
Stone. Like he really was a dick, and he started to get into that. I like that. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. One second. No, once they explained that part of the gimmick, like once he did that whole, promo thing for his gimmick, it made me like him a lot more because like 15-year-old me related. Like I was going to like Midwest emo concerts and like living my best life. So I'm like, I get it. Honestly. Like people are crowd surfing and like I'm avoiding elbows and shit. I'm like, I love it here. But yeah.
Okay, that's my girlfriend.
The good old days.
Love it for that. All right, a name that I thought I wasn't gonna say because news came out about his brother. Condolences for your brother. Lexus King. Lexus King came out a couple times on Evolve. He got into Zeta Steel's DMs because she said that, slide into my DMs, and he disappeared. So, Coach, clockwise after that, Lexus King.
Honestly, I don't remember what he did on Evolve. Can you remind me?
Lexus King defeated Shawn Legacy because they were having a problem with Shawn Legacy. So Lexus King came in to deal with that problem.
And he was the first gatekeeper, the first of many gatekeepers to NXT.
I honestly don't remember this part at all. Maybe it's an episode I missed, but Lexus King overall, I'd give him an A. I think he's really good.
Okay, I respect that. Clockwise after that, Terrell.
I'm gonna have to give Lexus King an S for superior. You feel me? That's my boy.
Uh-oh.
Okay. No, he has a right to. He has a right to. EOD. Lexus King.
Even though Lexus King wasn't there that long, what he did was the same thing what I was saying with Nikita Lyons, except that he was an actual like NXT guy that came down there for the goal of being like, oh yeah, I'm trying to get up here. And so I give that an A. The fact that he was the gatekeeper, then it kind of lost its meaning after a while because I think we had a couple other gatekeepers at after him, but he wasn't there for long. But it kind of established like, oh, you guys are trying to come up here, take my spot. It's like, no, you guys aren't good enough to be up here. And I like that whole attitude. And his promo that he cut in the ring was really, really good. And I'm glad they gave him the time to do that. So I thought his short time there was an A.
Okay, I give it that. Cardium, Lexus King.
I can't really remember his match on Evolve to like properly rate it, but I'm gonna give him a B.
Right,
I'm sure I know it was okay.
It was an okay match. CJ.
Yeah, I get Lexus an A.
All right. Damn. All right. That kind of levels out because of everything. Gives him an A. Thank you. All right. This is going to be kind of crazy. You gonna lock me? Thank you. Thank you. All right. I hate my computer. Now, next name. Each one can say their names clockwise. We'll start with Coach. Aura Mensa.
Oh.
Yeah.
What didn't he just have one match or did he have more? I only remember like the first ever main event of him.
Was he in
on episode 12?
Match, maybe?
No, he was. In episode 12, he fought Edris Enofe. and Edris Enofe defeats Oro Mensa.
I don't remember a
Look what
lot
it is,
about
bro.
him in Evolve. Honestly. I'd give him a B. I think they were trying with him, but it never really fully connected with anyone. But I do think he had something, so I'm just gonna give him a B.
All right. I'll give you that. All right, everyone back. Terrell, EOD, then Cardi. Go.
Yeah, I give him a C. It's just whatever he was doing with the crowd, it didn't really connect with anyone.
All right, for me, it was like the anti Harvey, Big Body Harvey, because yeah, they were trying to do something with him, but like Terrell said, it just was falling flat, and without metaphor, I just wasn't feeling. So I give him a C. I guess Cardium.
Oh yes, sorry.
No, you're good.
Yeah, I agree. I'm also gonna give it a C. Nothing against Oro Mensah. I actually like him as a wrestler. Like I feel like he was getting a lot of flack on NXT for a while. But yeah, Evolve just wasn't his place. So C.
Yeah, I give him a C also, but yeah, he is a phenomenal wrestler. Like he can go in the ring. But yeah, well, all he did involve was just not too much, and he could, express most of his skills there with a few superstars down there, but didn't connect. So yeah, C.
Wasn't he a challenger for the NXT Championship at 1.2?
I think the North
Yes, he
American belt.
was.
Yeah, I think
Oh
he
yeah,
was
yeah.
out of some type of crazy something happened. Like I don't
Yeah,
know.
like wasn't it with Ethan Page? And I think like he constantly rolled Ethan Page up at random
Okay,
times.
that's what it was. I knew it was like. I'm
Oh
like, how
yeah.
did he get a championship shot?
Oh
That's what it
yeah.
was.
That
That's how he
was
got
that
it.
was the on-site era. That like every time Ethan Page was in like somewhere like off like somewhere else, or
He's
Mensa
out
would be
on site.
site and just
Yeah.
beat his ass. I missed that era. That was awesome. Like that's what you're supposed to do. Beat him up everywhere. But again, he lost. All right. Next name. Lince Dorado. We know he fought Jackson Drake. He brought in the LWO. Did all that snazzy, but he lost. Coach, your thoughts and rating. Well, just rating of Lince.
I think it was B.
Terrell?
I'll give him a B as well.
Okay. EOD?
Yeah, B.
Cardi?
Remind me who I'm rating?
Lince Dorado, the Puerto Rican guy that like.
Oh, he was on Evolve. Wow.
No, he
I'll
was
give
on
him a
Evolve.
B.
Okay.
That was a
CJ?
while ago.
Yeah, I give him a C.
That's a beef, ladies and gentlemen. All right. This is gonna piss me off. Let's see once this pops up. All right. Yeah, if we can do this every single time because okay, here we go. Next up, the high rise, which even here it says Tyrese Igwe and Tyson DuPont. So, coach, the high rise.
I'll give him a B. They're cool, but they didn't really do a lot on Evolve.
All right. Terrell, the high rise.
I'll give him a B minus.
I respect that. EOD.
Yeah, to me, a B, because they did show more than they did on NXT, really. And I think they used the Evolve type of gimmick to go and use it on NXT after the fact and everything. So, but they didn't do like a whole lot, like to be worthy of an A. So, B.
All right. Cardi.
Well, accepting that their name is High Rise now, I'm gonna give them Mm, a B plus. I think they have a lot of potential. I'd like to see more of them.
Okay. If there was a good tag team
Yeah.
in Evolve or in NXT, I would like that too. All right, TJ.
I give him a B.
All right. I give them a C. They deserve better. They deserve way better than what they're doing now in Evolve and NXT. They deserve like at least a good tag team run. You gave the belts to Dark State, but at the same time, you give the belts to Hank and Tank. That wasn't a good idea, wasn't it, guys? Anyway,
I like Hank.
I like Hank and Tank. I like Hank and Tank.
Yeah.
I did, but it was a short run.
They didn't do anything with the run. You're right about that. Like,
Yeah, they didn't. Like Fraxium were kicking ass for almost 2 years. And then you give it to Hank and Tank that lost to the Dark State. Which, by the way,
Hold
I
on.
want to sidetrack.
Wait a minute. That's not
But I
fair.
wanna say
Because
this,
Hank and Tank did that collab with Soruga and Zarya, and that was awesome.
that was cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they dressed up as Soruga and Zarya too. That was a weird thing. But I want to say this. For Dark State, I love how they're not showing like the homoerotic James Cutler every week, but they're kind of like, let's just do 1 week out of like every 7. Like they're teasing you. They're making people watch Dark State just to see if James Cutler says something. That's the purpose. I love that about Dark State. They're okay 4-man group. Yeah, sure. But the fact that you keep looking at James, like, what is he gonna say? What is he gonna say? What is he gonna say? That is how you get somebody. That's how the B team popped out of nowhere. Next up, a name that I wasn't gonna say, but I gotta say it anyway. Got it right here. Give me a second. Gintala. I give her a B because the storyline of like, again, Coach, you weren't around for this. We did not know who the mysterious attacker was for a very long time. We guessed Zarya Zucker. We guessed Carly. We guessed Wendy. We guessed Layla. We guessed Mason. We guessed Chantal. But at a certain point, EOD brought this up. Gintala said something again with Chewy, like, I've been kicking ass all over Evolve. And EOD said, wait a minute, you weren't been kicking ass all over. You like, what do you mean by that? And that point, it kind of told us, yeah, it's Gintala. Great reveal. Okay match with Kali. And she's been gone for effectively 10 episodes. So I give her a B. Coach, your rating.
I'm gonna go ahead and give her an A. I really like the storyline that they built. It sucks that she just disappeared, but for what she did in that time period, I think she did really good. And I'm not gonna judge her for her in-ring skills because she's still very new. So yeah, I'll give her an A.
All right, Terrell.
She definitely has a lot of potential. I'll give her a B plus.
Okay, EOD.
All right. Yeah, I really enjoyed the storyline too, even though I think she wasn't the original attacker, but they made it work storyline wise. And I think she did really good with the and her submissions are really good. But I'm still gonna give her a B. But I think she could become an A. I do believe she'd become an A.
Yeah, I get that. Cardi M, your thoughts on Gintala, the reveal, and now she's been gone for 10 episodes. She's fine, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. She's not hurt. She's been going around McDonald's trying to get like a whole bunch of collections. Nothing wrong with that, but I follow her
That's
Instagram.
I feel like, okay, this might be harsh, but just because she's not personally my favorite style of wrestling, I'm gonna give her a B minus as a whole. But the reveal of her as the mysterious attacker, just because of the whole debate that went along with it and like the discourse and everything, I'm gonna give that an A, I guess.
All right, that's fine. CJ.
I give her a B plus.
Okay. Like I said, I enjoyed this whole mysterious attacker thing because we didn't see that coming at all. And EOD's right. She probably wasn't the person that was supposed to be the mysterious attacker, but she was the one that was there. And
Yeah, I think the one that got cut was supposed to be the original attacker, but then she got cut. So she wasn't on. They had to do something. They had the storyline going. So they made it work.
Something that bugged me with her though is sorry, you go first.
Yeah, go on.
Something that bugged me about her though is I don't know, you guys don't watch LFG, right? But she has some seriously cool gear on LFG that I really like. But on Evolve, she kind of just felt like they were trying to like redo Rhea Ripley with her looks wise.
Oh, okay.
I feel like
I can see that.
I feel like they should have used her gear from LFG because it really stood out there.
Okay, it makes sense. She kind of looked like Rhea Ripley. So I get that. All right, that's yeah, okay. All right, next name, Jamar Hampton. He has a cracked tip, but the athleticism and skill is beyond. A for me, Coach.
Definitely an A. I think he found exactly what he needed to find, but then the injury just stopped it. So A.
Terrell.
You already know Jamar Hampton is definitely getting an A.
Of course.
I hope for a speedy recovery, man.
Mm-hmm. By the way, Jamar Hampton came out on his Instagram and trolled Evolve saying that, where's Jamar Hampton in this?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, you saw that too. Like that's how you do it. Like your injury doesn't exist. I respect that. EOD, Jamar Hampton.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him an A because from his, not just because what he did with Gull, but when he first showed up, it was like, this dude is really impressive. And then the fact that they did the little vignettes with its Gull and the tag team chemistry that they had, which is great enough where we're like saying, put the tag team titles on these guys when you get the belts and everything on Evolve. So I'm gonna give him an A.
Okay, Cardi.
It's an A from me too.
Thank you, CJ.
A.
That's just, I'm not even gonna press the button. That's cool. All right, Wesley. He had a great match with Cappuccino Jones. Cappuccino Jones still lost, but it was still a showing. He only had one match in Evolve. B. Coach.
Yeah, I'll give him a B too. I don't have a lot to say.
Terrell.
I'm definitely gonna have to give Wesley a B, but man, it feels so weird not seeing him. Even on NXT, it's weird.
It's oh my god, EOD.
Yeah, I kind of want to say A, but it was just the kind of the one-time thing. So that's the only reason why I'm going to say a B, because the match was good, but it didn't need to be as close as it was because he's Wesley and this was Evolve. So I'm going to give him a B.
Okay. Cardi M.
It's another A for me, dog.
Okay. CJ. All right, homie. DJ.
Yeah, I give him a B plus, but overall, all of everything else, Wesley getting an A plus. But on certain Evolve, B plus.
All right, I give you that. I give him I give him a D. So that was me. All right, next up, we're just going through this. Marcus Mathers. I give him an A. He's a Philly Phoenix. That's all I gotta say. Coach.
I'll give him a really high B plus. I like him, but I still need to buy into him. Like I can see something there, but myself, I'm not personally fully invested, but I can definitely see it's a B plus.
All right, Terrell.
I'll give Marcus a B plus as well. I see a lot of great potential in him. He seems very technical, high flyer, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more that he brings to the table. But for me, he's a mix between Matt Riddle and, like I said, Matt Riddle and Brian Kendrick when he was a part of Paul London's tag team.
Okay. You hear that? EOD?
All right. I agree with Terrell and Coach. Again, I don't do pluses or minuses too much, but Marcus Mathers, I will give him a B plus because we haven't seen enough of him yet. But I mean, they're clearly invested in the man, and I like his video packages. I like his move set, and I do like the tag team and everything. But we just haven't seen enough of it yet. So B plus.
Okay, I give you that. I agree. All right, Cardi.
Marcus Mathers gets another A from me, but if this is for his debut match, yeah, it gets an A, but I did like his second match better. Like it was even better than the first. So
True. I give you that.
Yeah.
And again, that's the same match we had that we got the clip of him doing the mystery kick against Jordan Oasis, which would then Jordan Oasis, we love you, words in the backpack, blah. CJ Wolfrey, Marcus Mathers.
Yeah, I give him an A. Yeah, he's pretty good.
Okay. All right. We don't have that many people left. So Natalia, she talked her stuff, fought Callie Armstrong, and left. B. Coach.
I liked her short appearance. I feel like, I mean, this might be a tangent, but she's been doing a lot of indie stuff, and I really like what she's been doing there, especially on Evolve. So I feel like it kind of fits. So I'm gonna give her an A. I think what she did, although short, was really good.
Okay. Terrell.
Well, you know she is the boat, so I have to give Natalia an A. Natty, however, gets an S.
Yep. If we ever see her again in Evolve, it should be Natty. That's true. EOD rating.
Yeah, for me, Natty, because I am also biased and everything, she gets an A, even though they did feed her to Callie Armstrong, she was excellent. She was excellent in all her appearances. Even the way she steered down the title, I liked it. I gave her an A.
Okay. Cardi, Natalia.
She gets an A from me.
All right. CJ Wolfie, Natalia.
Oh, yep, she get an A.
All right. They only came out once in this match, so it's kind of an A for me, but I understand. Joaquin Wilde and Cruz del Toro. They only came out in one match, an A. Coach.
I'm gonna give it an A because Walking Wild is kind of low-key one of my favorites, like from his TNA days as DJZ. So yeah, A for them for this appearance.
Okay. Terrell.
Yeah, I'll give them an A as well. Cruz del Toro,
Right.
he's wow. Cruz del Toro reminds me of Cruz del Toro, he is this generation's super crazy.
Yeah.
I freaking love super crazy growing up as a kid. And then Walking Wild, man, he's like in his own little like realm. But he's they're both amazing.
Okay. I respect that. EOD.
All right. I'm gonna give them an A, even though I know they were only there that one time. They kind of reminded people what they can do on this show because they really weren't doing anything with them on Raw, and this showed them like, oh, they're a great tag team. So I like the fact that they gave them a little showcase and everything. So A.
Okay. Cardi M.
Remind me who I'm rating.
Joaquin Wilde and Cruz del Toro. They were the LWO. They came in at one time with Lince and had a 3-way tag match.
I'll give them a B.
Okay, I respect that. TJ?
Yeah, I give them an A.
All right, I hear that. All right, it's fine. All right. This is gonna be really weird. Give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta make sure I got everything else. Okay. So basically, we've pretty much gone through everything, to my understanding. We're at episode 20 right now. Let's see here. Adrenaline Drip. Oh, okay. No, we've already done Sam Holloway. No, have we done Sam Holloway? Yeah, we done Sam Holloway. Jack Cartwheel, Jamal Hampton's Legacy. Ladies and gentlemen, I think, yeah, we're done. that was the rankings, part 2. As a whole, last question. Oh, wait, no, one. Yeah, Rich Holland. That's the last one. I'm not saying mine at the end. Coach.
Loki, hey, last couple of weeks I've really kind of bought into him, so like, yeah, I'm gonna give him an A.
Okay, Terrell.
I'm gonna give Rich Holland a B minus.
Woo!
Because you know I enjoy him. He's not like a bad wrestler. I enjoy him. It just sucks that now he injured himself on TNA. He injured himself, or he got
He
injured
did?
or something.
Oh yeah.
He's out on
He's
injury
out.
now. This just happened.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And people talking about karma's a B or whatever. I don't know.
I hate about that too, because honestly, I have no ill will against Rich Holland, and he's out for a year. For a year, they said that his leg is going to be.
What injury was it?
It was his. I think it was his left. Between his, what's the thing called? Between his ankle and his knee, it's just his bone just kind of broke between moves. And he's out. It's projected for a year. Yeah. So I have no hate for that.
Yeah, because I was really enjoying this run that he was doing. Because I'm like, oh man, he invaded TNA. This is gonna be dope. Yeah.
What?
I guess it's my go then. All right. I'm gonna give Ridge an A because he was Evolve's version of Drew McIntyre to me. Like the way he kind of just was trying to lay out the truth and everything. Oh, like, oh, you don't belong here, whatever. No, I'm like basically I'm too good to wrestle. Stuff like that. You're not ready. I did like that because he kind of, if you're looking from his perspective, it was true and everything. Like he's been around the block. These guys are brand new. And I like that. To me, he felt like the truth tell that Drew McIntyre is on the main roster. That's what he felt like to me. So I give him an A.
Okay. Cardi, Rich Holland.
I'm going to give him a B. He's all right. I mean,
Okay. I respect that. CJ?
Yeah, I'll give him a B as well. Yeah, pretty decent run.
We have 2 more names left. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Gnarly Harley and Jackson Presley. Woo! I give them a B. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say anything else about that because that'd be disrespectful. Coach.
B plus. I think they've been here for a short while, but like from every appearance, I feel like they've really progressed every single time. So they're not an A, but like they're slowly becoming a personal favorite of mine. So yeah, B plus.
Okay, Terrell.
I'll say a B plus as well. The promos, they're good. The in-ring ability is definitely there. So I'll give them a B plus.
All right. EOD.
All right. For all the reasons Coach said, I'm actually going to give them an A. I'm really looking forward to what they're going to do next. And yeah, I know they're not a finished product and everything, but I don't know. I really like them for some reason. So I'm going to give them an A.
Okay. I get that. All right. Cardi M. Gnarly Harley and Jackson Presley.
yeah, I also agree with you, EOD. For some reason, I really like them. Again, it's just their style. But yeah, I'm gonna give them a B plus just because they have potential, and let's see where they go.
The B plus, ladies and gentlemen, is for the red shirt that Jackson Presley was wearing at tonight's review. But I won't put that out there.
Listen,
CJ.
Evolve is Cowboy Central at this point. I'm just
It
saying.
is kind of like that. It's just like big boys with muscles and nipples on nipples. But CJ, your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I doing B plus as well. And yeah, I've been impressed with what they've been doing lately. So yeah, it'll B plus.
All right. Okay. I give them a B minus. They can get better. If they're gonna go full diesel, go full diesel. Just do it. Why not? By the way, they've been teasing a tag team called Unnecessary Roughness. That's what they've been saying over and over again. They said that in the preview on Instagram when Robert Stone and Robert, like I think it was Robert Blake, was talking about some stuff. Like, oh, we're Unnecessary Roughness. I'm like, all right, if that's what you're gonna call yourself, you gotta be Unnecessary Roughness. You gotta be like Steiners in the 90s when they did moves that were very illegal now to do. That's what you gotta do if you're gonna do that on that path. That's all I want to say about this. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the character rankings. I want to say thank you for Coach, Terrell, and EOD and CJ Wolfie and Cardio for passing by. Coach, can you please tell them where they can find you?
You can find me on YouTube and on Instagram as Coach FCHW. Those are the only places I'm really active. So if you want to find me, you can find me there.
Okay. Terrell.
You can follow my Linktree. Just look for Linktree / For Real Terrell, and you'll find all my links on that website.
Okay. Description down below, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to check that out. EOD.
Yeah, you could find me at Linktree / End of Days 33. I have my wrestling YouTube channel and video game YouTube channel. All the other social medias like Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff under one place. Linktree / End of Days 33.
Okay. Cardi, where they can find you.
You can find me at Kardala Muhammad on Instagram. That'll be in the bio if you need to spell it. Yeah, I have a Patreon. I do writing. And we talk about wrestling and other topics on POWF and Freaking Reactions. So follow if you want to see us talk about more. And good night, everybody.
Thank you, CJ Wolfie.
You can find my socials through Linktree on the link on Linktree / CJ Wolfie 15, and you'll find me on everywhere else: TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, and much more.
Okay. You can find me. All the YouTubes will be down below for Real Loves, Coach FCHW, EOD, Terrell, and CJ Wolfie, respectfully. So please go to the description at the end of this episode. Check it out. Have fun. Stay healthy. Stay happy. We'll see you in episode 32, where we will have It's Gall versus Dante Chen. We will have the face-off. We will have the contract signing, and possibly more It's Gall soaping, which is not a bad thing, ladies and gentlemen. It's just new. Oh, we have a new comment. Give me a second. Here we go. Oh, we have new comments. We got let me see. As a barber, I love this show. I get to see every stage of beard growth. I've seen this. I've seen this tag before. All right, ladies and gentlemen, stay healthy, stay happy. We're out of here. We'll see you next week on Thursday.
Thanks for watching, and remember, like, subscribe, comment, leave your thoughts down below, and all links are in the description. See you next time, where we can evolve together. Coquito out.